Hello to you all, I'm Eric July, the founder and owner of the Rippaverse. You've seen what our team can do. From ISOM to Alpha Core, Yaira, the Horseman, and Norfolka, the Rippaverse has already come alive through animation. But now it's time to take it to the next step. This is the first ever RippaWorks project, the Rippaverse Studios Animation Fund. Help us create more animation, refining everything in hopes of eventually launching a full-fledged animated universe. This campaign has two clear goals. Goal number one, fund 10 original short clips based on ISOM, Yaira, and Alpha Core or Bloodruth. Goal two, produce a fully animated high-action trailer based on Rippazine issue number 6 and its upcoming series by Kanan White and myself. Now, the purpose of this project is really simple. We want to nail down our animation style. We want to solidify our team, and we want to set the standard for Rippaverse Studios moving forward. We feel like we already have a great style, but we know that we can take it to the next level, and we've built a plan to make that happen. Now, this isn't a pre-order. It's our first ever crowdsourced project. It's your chance to directly shape what comes next. Through RippaWorks, you decide which projects move forward. There are several tiers to choose from simple supporter levels to exclusive collectibles to the opportunity to literally be canonized within the animated Rippaverse. And as always, everything is backed by our same commitment to independence, transparency, consistency, and quality. We don't have any outside investors. We don't have those corporate strings attached. We just have the fans and the drive to just keep building. So whether you're contributing $5 or $5,000, you're helping us take things to the next level. And though we have two primary goals, our stretch goals show that we'll take this as far as you want to go. Because every dollar goes straight into animation. This is your chance to help greenlight and fully launch the entire Rippaverse animated universe. We love to have your support, and any contribution is appreciated. Head over to the campaign page for more information and details. What's up, everybody? What up? What up? Hey, how you doing, man? I hope everybody's doing well today. Well, tonight, 11 p.m., we are closing down this animation little crowdfund thing that we got going on, and I'll talk about that here in a bit. Thank you all for the support. I know you watched a few trailers and other things just now as well. I for sure want to plug those. Dirty Deeds is live right now on the Rippaverse website by Carol Brown. And then scale, we also, of course, have Daughter's Revenge full release dropping tomorrow. And, of course, joined by one of the creators here, X-Wing. Brother, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Happy to be here. Yeah, tomorrow's that's a pretty big day, man. That's like a bucket list item. It's a crazy thought to be like published. It's nuts.
Hey, tell me about it,
dude. It's I'm so excited for you, man. Excited for obviously Jay as well. Everybody is involved. Eric Hodson, everybody. Can't wait for you guys to see what we've been cooking up tomorrow. I think you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. And of course, I'm joined by the writer of the little short story that's in the upcoming Rippazine issue number 5.
Oh,
That's
what?
my man's Andrew.
This? Oh,
Yeah,
y'all wouldn't know nothing about that.
and I got to one up you one time as well.
Oh, you gonna try? I got that one ready too, son.
But
look how clean that spot foil turned out,
slick.
man.
This thing is slick. But
Oh,
obviously, we have it in hand, so this means that this will be shipping soon enough. We're just waiting on some CGC, some other items, and then we'll start shipping out Blue Shift or Rippazine number 5, which is part of Blue Shift. So that'll be going out real soon. There's a bunch of stuff that's in house that we're just waiting for some final items. We have the definitive Yaira, you got the definitive Isom. Obviously, everybody's waiting on the Omnibus. Omnibus, everybody knew was going to take the longest just because that thing is freaking massive, man. So that is taking its time. But I was there, and you saw me take a little picture of this bad boy right here. And yes, that means that these are in hand. And this is the Rippaverse Primal's Isom action figure by McFarlane Toys. I cannot wait to get this in everybody's hands. I was there doing my signings today, actually, so I came back with a lot of different goodies. So I'm really excited for this, so y'all can see it. I'm just stoked, man. So thank you all for the support. I appreciate everybody kind of tuning in. Omnibus takes time because, as we read, it has a lethal weapon. Yeah, you can do some damage for sure with that thing. That thing is,
that could be a home defense item.
1,400 pages. How many pages it is?
I think it's like 1,412 or something like that.
1,400 pages, guys. So that thing,
Dang.
yeah, that is going to be a fun one. I can't wait for that to get into you guys. And that obviously take the longest, but we are looking to ship. For some of them, it depends on which ones, but for some of them, for sure, maybe all of them will be shipping this month. I know the definitive Isom, I was signing that, so we know that's on the way. Just some things that we're waiting on, obviously, because we have that card that we want to make sure that we get in hand. But the binder is already here. I showed that off, so we already have that ready to go. Also, we have obviously the definitive Yaira. Everything's for the most part in on that. So those will be shipping at this point this month, hopefully, but we will see. But obviously today we're gathered because we are talking about this animation fund, and I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to talk a little bit about what this is in case you are new. But we launched our first ever crowdfund here over at Rippaverse.com through an initiative called RippaWorks. You can think of it kind of similar to what HasLab does, where we do our own kind of crowdfund, and if it gets funded, it gets done. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. Everybody gets their money back. It's kind of the more or less kind of how this works here. Obviously, we don't have to worry about the latter because we already hit our first goal with the animation fund. We also have over 600 supporters, so thank you all so much for the support. But we hit that first goal of 50,000, so we're gonna get you a bunch of short little animated clips. Can't wait to get that to you. But goal 2, that's going to be a tough one. We're 4 hours away, and we got 15, just under 15 grand to make up. So I mean, that's just three of y'all to show up at the Immortal tier. Remember the Immortal tier. You can read all this over at RippaWorks.com, but the Immortal tier, if you don't know what that is, a couple of guys have got in on that, but that will allow you to get canonized in the Rippaverse animation. The full one, should we hit that? So thank you all for the support. We appreciate that. First time doing something like this. It allows us to kind of keep things independent, obviously, and just do more of what you want us to do. So there's going to be projects that will fund, that won't fund with the RippaWorks thing. That's kind of what the point of it is to test the market there. So we appreciate everybody's support. We thank you. If you have not already shown the love and backed it, we appreciate that. You can get in as low as $5. Well, actually get in lower than that if you did the open support and just named your price. But we appreciate that so much. All of the love and support you guys have been showing for this animation. I thank you all so much. So go to RippaWorks.com. That's what we'll be promoting throughout the night as we just, hang around, kind of talk shop and everything. It's pinned at the top right now, and we'd appreciate all of you guys and gals showing the love and the support. Okay. I did see we got Doug B, of course, coming through, says let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. So X-Wing, see some swords back there.
Yes, sir.
I see some swords back there. So as I understand it, tomorrow potentially there's some guys that can get in on that.
Yeah, 100%. I would do it quickly. If I were you, we've got hounds scraping at the door to get after these things. They're pretty cool, man. I mean, it's not often that you get a one of a kind handmade collectible to come along with a book, and certainly not something like a hand forged blade. It's pretty cool. So I know we've had a lot of people certainly asking us, can I put my name on a list? Can I put my name on a list? And it's like, no, we're doing this 100% as fair as we can. Whoever's in the door first. And then we also have a very special one out of these 6 that's actually featured in the book. It's one of the character's swords, which is really cool. So somebody will get it as drawn in the book, which is really awesome. But I feel like it is important to note, this is not like a Legend of Zelda plastic sword that you're going to get. These things can hurt people. Yeah. They're sharp, they're heavy, and they're real, man. So it was a heck of a journey forging those things and going through it. They're my first set of swords. I've made a lot of knives, but it was my first set of swords. Nice. And man, we learned a lot of lessons along the way, and there were a lot of broken blades before we were done. But yeah,
that's what's cool. No, I look, man. I don't know much obviously about that process of like forging a sword, but you said that was your first time doing that, man. Like, what was the take us through the process on some shit like that, because that. I've seen all the videos and stuff of you doing it. I'm like, this is the coolest shit ever, man. But yeah, man, like what goes into that? Because obviously the common man doesn't really know what all goes into making like a legit fucking sword.
Yeah, so I mean, it all has to start with kind of just an idea in your head. What do you want it to look like? And that changed for us a couple times. So what's kind of cool is there are some variations in the sword too. It's not just, there's one that looks a lot like a boarding cutlass. There's another one that you would expect to see like a guy hacking through the jungle with. Okay. It's kind of whatever you want to do. That's the really cool part. But it all starts with a piece of square stock. It's just a piece of square steel. And then you got to cut off a section of it and flatten it out until it's roughly something around, the width of the blade that you want. You got to give yourself a little bit of meat because you're going to make some mistakes. You draw it out into your desired length, and then you start to form it on the anvil basically into the shape that you want. Once you've basically got the shape that you want, you take a dog head hammer, which is basically a hammer that sticks out further on the front, and you start to hammer in the bevels. So the sword actually, where it comes down to a point, which completely screws up your shape, because as you stretch the metal on one side of the blade, it'll start to bend back and bend back and bend back. So it's like working with really hard clay, and it just kind of flops and moves, and it gets, bent, wiggly, and all these different things. So it's just a lot of massaging it to get it exactly where you want. And then there's a process called normalizing and heat treating. So while you're banging on that thing, you're taking the grain structure of that blade and you're contorting it and you're messing it up and you're doing all these different things. So what you have to do is you basically get it, we'll just put it this way, you get it basically like cherry red, and then you just stick it somewhere where it's going to stay straight, which it never does, to normalize. And that grain structure refines itself to a way where it's not going to snap. So if you were to take a picture of a blade that was not normalized and heat treated versus a blade that was, you could take the non-normalized steel and snap it in half, and it almost looks like Nestle Crunch Bar in the middle of it. It's not refined. It's very airy. It just doesn't look very good. Once you normalize it, if you can snap that blade in half, what you'll see is what looks almost like the outside of the blade. It's a dull silver sheen, and you can tell, all right, that has been normalized. That grain structure looks good. And then comes the process of hardening it. So when you heat up that metal, you anneal it and you soften that metal. Obviously, you get it hot, you're banging on it, you soften it. And so you need to tighten that grain structure again. And so what you do is you heat it up to a certain temperature, get it all the way through the blade, and then quench it rapidly. And when you quench it rapidly, it sucks that grain structure in and gives you a hard blade. And we measure that by Rockwell. Rockwell is the hardness scale of a blade. So we wanted to aim for about 56 on these blades, which is where we landed, and we were very, very happy with it. But the problem is a lot of times on a knife, when you go to harden a knife, it's not going to move. You know what I mean? It's this much steel. It's this much steel. It's not going to do anything. When you're hardening 36 inches of steel, you pull it out of the oil, and now this thing looks like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now you're fighting it again. So you have to go in with a torch and kind of straighten things out, make sure everything looks good. So we got it to 56 because we wanted them hard enough to retain an edge. They're a little harder than they should be, but that's on purpose because we didn't really think people were going to be out here slapping it against fully armored knights.
Right.
And so we wanted it to be able to retain an edge a little bit better and stay sharp and all that different stuff. In an ideal world, if you're really fighting with that thing, it would probably be a little bit softer to allow for a little bit more flexion in the blade if you're smacking and you know, fighting with the thing and stuff like that. But so that's the easy part. And then after that comes all the fitment. So now you've got a tang hanging off of this blade. You have to figure out how to make a guard, a handle, a pommel, all that different stuff. So I hand forged all of the guards for these blades as well out of mild steel. So we got it under a power hammer, basically just took a 2-inch block of mild steel, 2-inch by 1-inch block, flattened it out, and then took it over a cannonball. And we formed all of the hand guards over a cannonball because it was just like a very cool, you know, ode to the pirates.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, forged out the pommels, threaded them, got everything fitted up, looked pretty good. And then it was time to grind. And something we did on these blades that's really cool, it makes them look very rustic, and it's actually kind of hard to accomplish. It's called brute de forge. So instead of having a really nice shiny finish on it, at the top of the blade, it looks very rustic. It almost looks like puddles, like it's been sitting in water for like 75 years. And you accomplish that by never knocking what we call, like, you know, basically the slag, the scale off of the blade. So as you hammer it, that carbon that leaches out of the blade, you kind of pound it back into the steel, and it creates this really mottled kind of antique look to the blade. But the problem with that is that if you have imperfections in the blade, you can't grind it out. You can't touch a grinder to the top part of that blade at all to like get any wonks or anything out of it because you'll ruin the brute to forge. So it's purposefully made to look ugly as an artistic touch, but it's very hard to do at the same time. So
yeah, man, fun. Like I can imagine that shit was like really cool because I like I said, I've seen some of the videos and I'm like, man, the fact that for one you have even learned how to do that is fucking awesome, man. It's cool that we have people like in our little corner of the internet, like, you know, obviously, you know, you can feel me on this, Andrew, you as well, X-Wing, as we, you know, we go to these cons and we meet these awesome people, and then obviously we might be brought together for various reasons. Doesn't matter whether they're fans of your streams, of your work, or, you know, maybe have, you know, shared some opinions with you on some things, and that's how they found out about your content, whatever it may be. It brings us all together, and to see that there's people doing extra cool stuff. I've said it a million times that I believe our corner of the internet has a lot of like just talent. Like I get it, we're all kind of commentating on what's maybe going on in the world, but as far as like individual talent and like just crafts, well, just more just skill set that a lot of people have is just amazing. And it's cool to see it play out the way that it has now, because obviously we'll be doing heavy promo on this, and you know, everybody gets to kind of like, that's a special item, right? That's a special item for someone to be able to grab with this, that, you know, not only the item itself, but it was forged by, you know, a creator of the material as well. So it's a way to kind of bridge those gaps. And I think that's the coolest thing ever, man. So as soon as, you know, that was on us trying to figure out like, okay, how are we going to go about this stuff, shipping it and everything. And I'm glad that we landed where we landed, but we had to make that happen because, like, dude, this is the coolest thing ever. People are gonna love this. It's the special, very specialty kind of item. Yeah. And yeah, man, these came out really cool to see, and obviously seeing you, I just kind of nerd out about that stuff and seeing people, no matter what their skill set is, but the process, right, is stuff that I nerd out about with any sort of craft, like with art. Doesn't matter what it is. I greatly appreciate it, and man, it's really, really cool to see. I did want to ask you though on that, like, obviously I'd imagine with doing a book like this, I know Jay's he's a wealth of knowledge on the subject matter. You as well. I know we talked a little bit about that behind the scenes, but when it came to like crafting the swords and also crafting the story, like how heavily did you lean on like just general research of the era that you guys are kind of depicting in Daughter's Revenge, which again will be dropping tomorrow.
A bunch, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of the cool part is that Jay and I were already running the History of Pirates YouTube channel
Right.
at the time. And so, I mean, we were meeting up every other week to do the live streams. We're making videos every day about these different pirates. And it was really cool to kind of unleash the creative juice and go history adjacent. You know what I mean? You're not stuck perfectly to the timeline, but you can have all of these cool people that were a part of the golden age of pirates and involve them in your story and these locations, these iconic locations, and some locations people maybe haven't heard of before, but did have a place in history. So we leaned into it quite a bit. But in the same token, we allowed ourselves the distance from the reality of history, which is sometimes a little more drab than people think it is. I mean, we romanticize the pirate like we romanticize cowboys. You know what I mean? A lot of the stuff really wasn't that great. It was a lot of fun. So it's fun to kind of put that sheen on it and just have a little bit of fun.
Historical fiction is a fun thing to play around with, and it's a fun thing to consume as somebody who enjoys entertainment, right? Like if I want a straight up history lesson, I'll go read a straight up history book. Yeah. But if I want some like fun storytelling, I want some historical fiction.
Yeah.
Yep. By the way, Raider came through dropping 10 gifted. Raider. Shout out to you. Let's go, Raider. And then right after that, 6376. Right there for Raider. What's up, Raider? Man, always coming through, showing all sorts of love. Thank you so much for that love, man. 10 gifted and a 6376 with absolutely no message. And my dog just walked through the stream somehow.
Where'd the dog come from?
My wife's upstairs. It's like, I don't know how you got in here because the door was closed. Like, did you get arms or something out of nowhere? When did that happen? But yeah, man, it has been wonderful though. All the support that we've been seeing from all of you guys for the animation fund as well. And obviously tomorrow is a massive day. You'll see a lot of me. We'll be doing a lot of streaming, obviously for the official launch, Daughter's Revenge. Lots of goodies there as well. So thank you so much for that, Raider. Appreciate that so much. We appreciate you. So I do want to show this off because obviously we're talking animations, and one of the ones, if you have not seen, the ones that we show a lot of because I feel like it did kind of help refine our style there, and I'm gonna play this right now. So check this out.
Who the hell is this guy? What's he want? Where's he come from? After every soldier I have with him and he kicks their ass. Outman. Outgunned. And he walks away clean. With my money. Now what are y'all gonna do about that? Turn us loose, Tuna.
Let us do what we do.
Let's go. What's up? All that support. You guys are amazing, but Horseman is one of the first, it's not one of the first animations that we done, but for sure in that style, just refining that style, that was one of the first ones where we kind of walked away from that like, wow, I think we nailed it. So I appreciate everybody there. We'd love to do some more. We've already committed to, as you guys know, we've committed to the, where are we at? We have committed to the 10 animated shorts, so those are happening regardless. Yeah, we got we got a bit of ways to go. It's not out of reach because all it takes is a few immortal tiers coming through, and then bam, there you go, you hit it. But we'd appreciate any of the support. Thank you. Go to RippaWorks.com. We got it pinned. We got it in the description. We also have it pinned at the top where you guys can go straight to the link and support it. Doesn't matter how much it is. We'd appreciate you so much. And how it works is if we don't hit that, we're gonna polish up the mess out of these animated short clips. If we don't hit that goal too, but I do want to do that trailer for you guys. You guys are gonna really love, I think, the story that's going to be based on in Ripazine issue number 6. I think you guys are gonna have a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of fun with it as well, but I can't wait for you guys to see what we've been cooking up. So go to RippaWorks.com and somebody asked in the chat, and I know we've obviously talked about it. You've seen all of us, our team members, kind of sharing that information out about Carol and some of procedures that she has coming up regarding her cancer. She's in great spirits. Obviously, team's been keeping up and giving contact. Obviously, we've known about this forever. It's just a matter of that's something that she comes forward with and wants to let you in on. And obviously, she's talked about it a little bit publicly. So if you do want to go support her gifts and go, you can. Man, it does suck. Cancer, I hate it. Obviously, we've had a couple of team members that have been impacted by it. We do everything that we can in our power to obviously help, support them. Obviously, making sure, number one, that they don't get, they're keeping those funds coming in from us from like the employment standpoint. I don't even have it in me to. I know I've seen how companies operate when stuff like this happens, and I can understand it, how they act. And when I say understand it, not to say that I agree with it. It's like, well, they look at it from, you're kind of just a line item from their perspective. And if they can't get work out of you, they feel like they have to cut you off. And, bottom line's the bottom line. I get that, but I'm just totally honest. I don't have it in me to definitely for someone like even Carol, obviously Jordan's going through her stuff to do stuff like that when they have been so instrumental and integral to supporting and, obviously behind the scenes, everything that happens here at the Rippaverse. So, regardless of we all, and Andrew, because you've kind of slid in, you have to wear a lot of different hats. We all wear a lot of different hats, and that's just what we're going to do until she can get, back on her feet. And, we're going to make sure we support her nonetheless. But, we'd appreciate that. I'm sure she would if you went to go support her. Andrew just dropped that in the chat there. So if you want to support her gifts and go, you can right there. So yeah, that's news that obviously she broke the other day. So thank you all for supporting her. World at War Comics in the chat. What's up? I see you. Shout out everybody. Much love. So yes, tomorrow though, we got Daughter's Revenge. That's going to be a massive launch for us. Everybody's going to be doing the thing, streaming through the weekend. We're going to have a lot of fun. Please go support. I know this is something that is everybody involved in this project is very passionate about. Jay has talked about it this extensively. X-Wing obviously has as well. I know it's been a lot. Those brothers worked extremely hard behind the scenes to make that happen. I mean, he got my man's here forging swords for you guys. Like these guys worked extremely hard on this project. So tomorrow, please come through and show. I mean, just pour the love and support. We want to really, make sure that we send this to the moon, man. So I know these guys have worked so hard on it. Again, I see all of that just behind the scenes, and we're sending files and stuff back and forth, man. It's just these guys work extremely hard, and I'm so thankful for all of that. We have in the chat another super chat. Let me grab that real quick. Zion, no message yet again. Well, no, it's a sticker. It is a sticker. It's like a cyborg hippo.
What the hell?
I don't know what that is. But yeah, that's what it is.
That's a new one.
Am I tripping? That's not.
No, that is exactly what that
all
is.
Right, I'm just making sure like I poorly described that. It is 1000% a hippo.
We know you don't drink,
Yeah,
So-
exactly. I'm not tripping. There's no way I'm tripping. That is for sure is a hippo, a cyborg hippo. It got a rocket on its back and everything. So yeah, that is
How about that?
That is quite the sticker. They're quite terrifying, actually, to see that. But nah, thank you so much for that, Zion, for the support and yeah, that. But yeah, get back to some of the creative behind the scenes. I would love to talk a little bit about that X-Wing. I know tomorrow we'll have plenty of time to talk about it with the actual release. But yeah, man, I would love to get some more kind of insight on the process and you guys' involvement creatively, like from concept to the actual execution of this book. How did that happen? Who initiated that conversation? I know obviously again you guys have been running the History of Pirates show, but I would love to get some behind the scenes on, like, okay, we kicked this idea around. Like, well, how did that happen to the point to where you guys like, okay, we're gonna do this, and this is how we're gonna do it.
Man, do you know who the genesis of of this book was?
Boom.
Kathleen Kennedy. God
Oh
bless
wow,
her. Thank God for
that's
her.
interesting to say the least.
Yeah,
That
so
is interesting.
Jay hit me up. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to see the new Indiana Jones," and didn't think anything of it. And then about 3 hours later, I get a call, and he was just heartbroken, just destitute, just upset.
Yeah.
And he's, man, I can't believe that everything is ruined. Blah blah blah. And he goes, you know what? We should do our own thing. We should do our own thing, you and me. Why don't we make our own kind of cool Indiana Jones pirate guy? I'm like, that sounds great, man. Absolutely. And so we started kind of spitballing back and forth, and it really didn't start as like a graphic novel. It didn't start as a novel. It just started as like a story. Let's get in on a project and let's find something we can do. And so that's how it got fleshed out. At first was us just kind of calling back and forth, coming up with ideas, outlining things, coming up with character names, coming up with ship names, kind of building the world around it. We were putting Legos on the table before we started trying to build a castle. You know what I mean? You're just like, all right, what blocks do we have? So we kind of put everything together and came out with an outline for an idea and kind of concreted where we wanted to go. And then I told him, I was like, I'd kind of love to just go nuts on this if you'd let me go nuts. And he's like, go nuts, dude. Go crazy. So we started with a novella to really flesh out the story and just kind of see, like, is this going to work? Does it make sense? And, once it's on paper. And once the novella was done, we kind of looked at it. We had to tweak this. And Jay's like, well, I really want to see this. So we go back and plug things and move things around and kind of get everything where we wanted. And then it was like, well, okay, we're going to do a graphic novel, but you can't just give somebody a novella and say, all right, make a graphic novel out of it. You know what I mean? You have to have a script.
Right.
So that was a very, very interesting time, was figuring out how to write the script, because I'd never done it before. It's completely foreign to me. And it's a lot like writing a script for a movie. So I bought a bunch of books, read up on, how to do a script for a book, spent like 6 months getting the script all ready and good to go. And then Jay and I handed it to the artist, and he's like, I can't do anything with this. He's like, this isn't right at all. I'm like, oh, crap.
Oh, no.
So God bless our artist, Eric Hodson, who's a total badass. He went through and kind of redid everything and storyboarded everything the way, we wanted to. And then really stuck to the script. So there's been a lot of give and take. I don't know, this trifecta of me, Jay, and Eric kind of working together has been absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. I don't know what it was. It was like the stuff that I pictured in my head, Eric was able to put on the page perfectly every single time. It was like a no notes. That is exactly how I pictured this. When it came to, revisions that Jay would want to make, we both agreed, yeah, that would be a lot better. So we pick and pluck that into the story. So the whole process has actually been, maybe it's just like having a first kid, and the first kid's always perfect. You know what I mean? But It was great. It's
I'm gonna tell
one of the
my
best
mom and dad you said
collaborations.
that because I'm the eldest.
Yeah, don't tell my oldest brother that he wasn't perfect. No, it was great. It was really cool, and it was awesome that I got, again, I got to get my family involved. My father-in-law is the one who was on Forged in Fire. He's an ABA blacksmith as well, so I got to work with him on the swords. I hit my brother up, who does a bunch of cast pewter work. So there's a little like a piece of Sauron armor behind me. He hand cast pewter armor like that, and so we looked up a coin, a historical coin, and got an STL file from the historical coin. 3D printed that coin on a resin printer, and then I sent it to him, and he made a casting of the coin, and then hand cast all the pewter coins for it as well. So in terms of a collaboration, it reaches a lot farther than just the three of us. There were a bunch of people that we got to get involved and get excited about the story. So it was awesome.
That's what's up, man. It's something special when you do have a team that obviously is cohesive. And it's obviously it's you guys working together as a unit.
Yeah.
You can cover up on your deficiencies. People have their strengths, weaknesses, and watching a project kind of unfold. That's one of the things that I appreciate about you, whether you're doing comics, graphic novels, all that stuff. And it's just a very collaborative project.
Mm-hmm.
Very collaborative between the different, obviously, artists. And if the artist is if he's not coloring it, that's another one. But whatever, it's a lot of work that goes into that. And it is something that when you do have that, hey, we're firing on all cylinders kind of thing going on, it makes for some very memorable work.
Yeah,
obviously, but the experience of in that and in the process, man. So, obviously it benefits to have that perspective. You got a professional who's been around the block like Eric, who's able to kind of, even if you're coming to it with hey, we gotta kind of move this around so we can make this usable, whatever. That just speaks to obviously not only his talent, but again, that's to me is what comics is, what graphic noveling, that's what all of that is about, collaboration. And it feels that much better when you actually see the final project or the final you start to see everything get across the finish line. The pages start to come in and start coming together, the lettering starts to get put on it, and you can really see everything zoomed out and in perspective. Man, it makes all of the work that you did worthwhile. It reminds you of that process, the amount of time and effort that it took to make this thing become a thing, come into fruition. And that's an awesome thing about comics, an awesome thing about just again graphic noveling in general. So man, that's really cool. That again, that seems to be how some of the best work does start, is that it is more or less just starts like an idea, right? And you kind of land where you land, but you start with this just general idea, and you start putting the pieces of the puzzle together. But yeah, it is, definitely when it's not anything that, I'm not saying that this is unique to comics or unique to like what we are specifically doing in our corner, but I do think that this is like, as an example, you guys are putting out this book, but you have the swords alongside it. Like that in itself has another journey attached to it, right? We just went through that whole process as X-Wing eloquently went through it, but imagine that. Like that's not an everyday thing where it's like, hey, we are not only putting out this project, and sure, you've seen like the big box guys, mega corporate, they'll put out like a prop or something, a helmet of a character or something with the release. So it's not to say that it just has not been done at all. But what I'm saying is, I mean, you're talking about the creator of something actually crafting, forging, a freaking sword. Like I'm sure somebody's done something similar. I just can't think of them.
It's not like Peter Jackson was freaking smithing, Glamdring or Narsil, right? Like,
right.
It was, some guys, talented guys, sure, but they were kind of mass producing them more or less comparatively to, one of a kind hand forged items like these. So there's that extra layer of collectability, as well as like sentimentality attached to it.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah,
Like
it's gonna
imagine
be
being the
tough.
guy that gets the one that's like straight out of the book.
Yeah,
Right?
it's tough to let him go.
That's wild. That's like the the dude that got the one of one
The
one ring
magic
of
card.
a magic card, right? Where
Yeah.
it's like, this is a one of a kind thing. There's literally no other like this, right?
Yep.
That's cool. That's rad as hell.
Yeah, it is just badass. And by the way, Ripper guy, what's up with you? Appreciate that. Yes, we did hit 650
Let's go.
supporters on this, which is insane. Thank you all so much. I'm gonna go to the deal right there. Thank you all so much at 86,000 there. So appreciate that. Again, guys, you can go support this at RippaWorks.com. It's pinned in the comment section. It's in the description. We appreciate any sort of contribution. Just scroll down. We have all these different tiers with the awards that you'll get alongside it, depending on what tier you back. But there's also the open support tier. If you're like, I'll just get $3 or whatever. Stuff goes a long way. We got a bit of ways away. We're now less than 14,000 away from hitting that goal, a second goal. So thank you for that support. 650 total supporters. So let me ask you this. Obviously, I'm a nerd for world building. X-Wing, like that's I mean, that's all the Rippaverse is, man. I mean, it's like a bunch of us coming up with these ideas, putting them in this universe, trying to make them make sense, making sure there's no clashes there, though. Yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but world building aspect, I love that you did the, you got this historical kind of fiction thing going on. I mean, it's not the world outside, or and in your case, it's not the history of like the actual history per se, but you'll make some familiar names, some familiar look to it. But it's y'all's kind of new like rendition spin. So obviously we got Daughter's Revenge that'll be dropping tomorrow officially, but I know I might be putting you on the spot here.
Okay.
But aspirations, is this something that you hope to kind of, Lord willing, customers willing, have this kind of grow into this legit kind of universe here? Maybe there's multiple stories being told, but Daughter's Revenge is, being, whether it is another issue or whatever. Do you got a plan there? Obviously, look, you got to play, you got to roll with the punches. We all do that stuff here. You got to see where people are at, how much they're going to enjoy it. But as far as the setup is concerned, do you got a way, or have you kind of conceptualized a way to have this thing expand? Should the customers say that's exactly what they want to happen?
This is a trilogy.
There you go.
We're just hoping that people buy enough of the first book, we can do the second one.
Yeah, no, I feel you. You.
Yeah, this is a trilogy, and then in the back of my brain, I already have a works for a like way back in the day story. I know this is already way back in the day, but I'm talking way back in the day. We're talking
Even
about the
before
Crusades. Yeah, that kind of ties into this. So, there's a lot that I really want to do. Time is always like, is there going to be enough time to do it? I hope there is. I hope I'm like George Lucas, where I'm like 90 years old and I'm like, I still got 70 more Star Wars I want to make, but I'm just tired of it. I hope that's me. But yeah, I mean, the really cool thing about history is that you couldn't, in a lifetime, you could not tell enough stories to cover all of history. And there's so much interesting that happened in history that you can kind of pull from. Yeah, the Crusades. I love it. I'm obsessed with the Crusades. So, I mean, there's a lot. The first big thing would obviously be finishing this trilogy. That's what I would want to do first.
Yeah, man. Obviously you can only go with the audience that dictates, but it's always fun to kind of theorize, come up with a plan. And they like to see that, believe it or not. I think potential customers like to see ambition. I think a lot of people sleep on that, definitely in this day and age, man, because I don't think people understand this shit. I would get the argument, or rather the position, if you're like, hey, only look at things and take it a step at a time. I think as far as the actual plan that you're executing, yes, you don't want to bite off more than you can chew, so you need to you got to be steady in the same respects, on the other hand, I do think there's a lot of room for ambition. I think that's a big reason why the Rippaverse worked. Look, there's a sea of content out there. Now more than ever, people can go find something that they are into, whether it's attached to the mainstream or not. And so I think one of the things that you can do to set yourself aside from others, but most importantly, get people enthused, get people intrigued, get people stoked on whatever you're doing, is to have the ambition and have them to be able to see that ambition and that aspiration that you have. This is the type of thing that these folks love. It's yeah, sure, you might not be okay. I'm already got Eric working on three more books. Maybe it's not that, but at least you got the wheels churning and the audience can see it. Finally, my homies, Epic Mike in the chat. What's up, dog? How you doing, bro?
Good, man. Good. Thanks for inviting me. Yeah, I saw I was busy doing all the things,
good. You're good, man. I totally understand stuff comes up, man. I appreciate you stopping by. I know it was last minute. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stream. Why not? And I'll just invite anybody that wants to come through and show up. That'll be that'll kind of be the move. We'll see what happens there. And here we are. So I appreciate you though, Mike. Stopping by, man. But yeah, man, all been good with you.
All been good, man. Just glad the holidays are over, bro. They're busy. Yeah. I got a lot of birthdays and a lot of people to remember and stuff now. New year, we're just kind of hitting it, man. Just kind of prepping for it, I don't know. Just kind of feeling a new energy going into the year,
That's always good, man.
You going on that Subway diet?
Yeah, I'm going on. No, nice. We saw what happened to the last guy that went on the Subway diet. Yeah, we don't want to do that.
Yikes.
Just man, new energy, just kind of focusing up a little bit, just trying to keep things moving. That's all you can do,
I feel you on that. Oh, so under 14,000 away from hitting that second goal. We got about a little over 3 hours. So if any of you big ballers are out there and you want to become immortalized in the Rippaverse, hey man, it's right there, RippaWorks.com. Shout out Bruce, appreciate you in the chat, man. But what games, Mike? I know you've been streaming a lot. What have you been on, man?
So I mean, the main thing, I'm addicted to Where Winds Meet, bro.
It's so good, bro.
It's pretty solid.
I was looking at that today. I was like,
it's so
free to play, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I don't know how the fuck it's free to play.
That Chinese spyware stuff, it's always free.
No, they get you with all the sexy skin outfits that you can buy with in-game currency. That's where they get you. So I'm sure they're printing money off those.
But man, it's been a hot minute. I mean, back in the day, free to play games were kind of like hit or miss. Most of the time it was like pretty crappy mechanics and stuff. But bro, the fighting mechanics in this are solid. So yeah, I played it on. I was like, you know what? I want these badges, so I put it on legendary, and I was kind of cruising. I was like, all right, we're doing all right. And then like, there's an open world boss you see like real early on in the game, and I'm like level 50. I'm like, I can do this, and that boss wiped the floor with me, and I was like, oh, this is totally different. This is totally different now. So. Yeah, man. No, I've been I already hit the level cap. I'm like, I can't stop playing it, bro. But yeah,
man. That game is so good, man. I was really impressed. I'm like, I don't know how this is free to play, but yeah, man, I love to see that, man. That action, again. I've talked about it, I've talked about it a million times, how that online RPGs in general needed that they hadn't taken that next step. That whatever that evolution looks like. MMOs are still stuck and they haven't moved beyond we know WoW and all that stuff, but pretty much beyond if you're talking modern, it's like Final Fantasy Online or Elder Scrolls Online, stuff like that. But that's I feel like MMOs or RP. I know this technically isn't like an MMO; it is online RPG. But I've been itching for an online RPG to take those elements and aspects of what we expect, obviously, from those your general action games that are more so single player.
Yeah, it's got more like Sekiro.
Yeah, right. But just put the bitch online. And this game does a phenomenal job of that.
Yep.
And it is just it's really, really good. I don't understand. I just couldn't understand like how they were able to make that shit free to play.
Yeah.
When I saw that. So thank you so much for that, Larry. Appreciate that. Appreciate everybody coming through. And remember, yeah, just because you backed it once, it's not like you're buying a pre-order, right? This is a crowdfund. So if you backed it once and you just want to throw another little something in there, you can do that. Even if it's open support, you just want to throw $3 or something, you can still do that. So we appreciate that. I obviously, if it didn't answer that question, I was Stellar Blaze was one of my favorite games. Period.
I
But
platinum the crap out of that game.
Yeah, it's so good. It
I'm
is
like a quarter of the way through. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I
It
treat
matters,
that
you know?
sucker's difficulty up, and I'm like, let's freaking go. This is my game, because I grew up on like Ninja Gaiden and all that. Like that high speed and Devil May Cry. Like, give me some really flashy combat with difficult enemies. That's where it's at for me. And the second I tried that demo, I was like, I'm buying this like right away. There's no way I can't play this game.
Well,
I love it.
I mean, because I'm still on Werewolves Meat right now, but like, I just, it's nice because like the combat is so tight. Like the parry mechanics actually matter. The dodge mechanics, perfecting that is good, but like also just the fact that you can just worry about just your combat abilities, but like when you start bringing in the martial art techniques and searching those out and figuring out where you kind of fit in with all of that stuff, bro, like I don't know. I mean, I just been having a blast. I kind of cheated a little bit in the beginning because I went with the sword and I picked up the fan because you could heal yourself. And when I started playing that, though, when I got good with it, when you start going on raids with other players, they're always looking for a healer because everybody wants to be a DPS guy. So I was like, well, I'll just get good with the fan. And I noticed I was getting invited to every kind of raid because I was a healer. So yeah, you like run in and you like mess stuff up with a sword for a little bit and you like back up, hit your heal and let that go free and let everybody else kind of pile it. Bro, I've been having a lot of fun with it, man. But
it's so good. I would love to, man, give a little crew and maybe do some actual streaming with that and have some fun with it because that game is it has no business being as good as it is. But pleasant surprise.
I agree that the MMO, MMOs in general have been kind of stagnant for a long time.
Yeah,
you get like stuff that works, but it's like, come on, man, like try to innovate a little bit, and try to do something different, and it like one of the things I hated about MMOs, one is instance bosses, because you're going to play it and you're doing your thing and you run up and you find there's 20 other people standing there waiting for the boss to respawn, and it's just about who's going to click first, and you're like, oh, come on, man. But then the other side of it is I always hated when you do raids, like everybody wants to pick X, Y, it's always DPS guys or whatever, like seeing a game that starts to reward you for playing different styles and playing different things and knowing that the bosses are going to respond differently to you and stuff, that's the kind of stuff that I'm like, okay, like that more like it feels like you're actually part of the world and not just kind of running around in a world. I mean, MMOs had their time, man. I played the crap out of RuneScape and had a bunch of buddies that played WoW, man. And I tried all kinds of games, but man, there's just something about that. There's something about it. I mean, even it's funny because even games like a lot of these gacha games, like even Genshin Impact, or there's like Honkai Star Rail and all of these, they have really solid mechanics. It's like that's what they figured out. They're like, if people play this game and enjoy the mechanics of the game, then we don't have to make them pay for it. They'll buy it because there's a new character out that you want to get, or there's a new skin you want to buy, and they're making way more money that way.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's a lucrative like Dad and all those games, man. Like it's extremely lucrative for them. But you get a studios or so with your bro, and oh hell yeah, be down for that. 100%. But yeah, like with they've been stagnant, man. And it's kind of been frustrating. Obviously, for me, my biggest gripe with a lot of them is that they refused for the most part, and maybe it is more of a net code hardware issue, technical issue, maybe, to why they haven't like kind of innovated there, like on the gameplay side of the MMO, because a lot of them started to feel like, again, definitely with a WoW, like it becomes, look, I get it. There is obviously an item management aspect that you expect out of playing an MMO. That's part of like what makes it. But when that becomes the entire game and the actual action aspect of it, despite these supposed to be action RPGs, it's like almost non-existent.
Yep.
That was like, okay, we're in we're in 2026 now, but you get what I'm saying, like we're the current year, whatever that may be, and they still haven't figured out how to make the gameplay engaging. You know what I mean? And like what obviously depending on what type of character you're using, the I guess attacks have weight to them, or they feel like they at least have weight to them, and vice versa. Like if you're dealing with a big enemy and stuff, and so you can't go in there whether you're on mouse and key or you're on controller spamming like attacks and shit like that or whatever and get by. So I appreciate that. So obviously what I've appreciated a lot of what From Software has done with it's obviously on a single player hand, because I don't play a game from them without being engaged, right? Like it forces I can't I get it. People love the like little cozy games and stuff like that. I'm not hating on anybody that likes that shit. But definitely, oddly enough, as I've aged, as I got noticed, like if I'm sitting down and I'm playing the game, I'm playing the game. Like I want to impact every aspect of it. And therefore, seeing a game like Where Runs Meet or some of these other games that are trying to at least push the envelope a little bit, just try to evolve the genre of online RPG, whether they're massive multiplayer online games or just online RPGs. Like that genre has been stagnant for far too long. This is why people are still like, after so many years. I mean, you look at the top online RPGs like right now, massive it's the same damn games. I mean, and it's been the same games for the last fucking, between WoW, Final Fantasy Online, Scrolls Online. Like these are games that have been fucking out for forever, man. These games have been out forever, and look, it's great. You got legs, and they're still continuing to add to that. I talk about this with DC Universe and how the fuck that game. They're still adding shit on that.
Yeah, they're still adding new content to that game.
Oh, they're still adding stuff on as long as that game has been around. And look, if it works, it works. But it also shows, like, because all of those games just mentioned are dated as fuck. They're in massive needs of to get with the times, if you will. But man, I don't know why you just haven't out of that genre seen a whole lot of innovation. I don't know. And again, maybe it is technical. Maybe it is one of those things that's more technical than anything. But man, I think of like how much money there has to be. And look, I get it. It's semi-ambitious. So you're going to be spending money, obviously, initially to actually make this happen. But man, when you get an MMO that like works, that shit's printing money.
Everybody's
man. Like,
on it.
Yeah, man, that shit's like you've made it, man. So you would think that there would be a little some more attempts at that to make those and you can get creative with it. I like to see it. Not everything's gonna work, but I would love to see some advancement in that department, because golly, man, the fact that I look at what's an MMO that I can play, and I'm like, fuck, everybody's still playing the same 4 games.
Everybody's still playing item management, the game.
Management, everybody's still for the love of, like, still to this day, it's just the same.
Spend as much time organizing your damn inventory as you do on the raid boss.
Which is, like I said, I get it. Like that's part, like it's kind of, but in the same respect, it's like, damn, man, all these, definitely would think about all the action games, and some of those games that come out that we've seen that have been awesome, that have been in like even in a fantasy setting, and I'm like, damn, you mean to tell me we can't get an MMO with those sorts of okay, cool, if I gotta manage items, cool, but at least to give us some more engaging like content, or like as far as the gameplay is concerned. Brimstone said, Rip, I've been playing WoW for 20, but has it been that long?
Oh yeah. Damn. WoW's been around long.
Oh man, I'm old. Fuck.
That account is almost old enough to
I ain't
drink,
trying to hear that.
Has it been that long?
Me and Rip are the same age, and I feel old too.
I'm older than both of you.
Yeah, you are.
Stuff. I'm like, what do you mean it's been around? How long?
Not by much, but I still am.
How?
Yeah, 2004.
Oh
man.
It came out when I was I a freshman?
I was
a sophomore.
years old. Yeah, I was a freshman.
Revenge of the Sith wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
No, because I was a junior when Revenge of the Sith came out.
That hurts,
05.
man.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's crazy work.
it's been that long for a while. Golly, that's painful. That is that's painful that
Yeah,
it's
that's
been
rough,
that long for.
Like, what do you?
That's
That's
I had to
crazy,
think about
bros.
it. Like shit. That's I was in high school, man. So
Yeah.
golly.
I mean, one of the things I do appreciate, I know like WoW tried to update themselves a little bit and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard. It's hard to get people to jump on the bandwagon of a new game because everybody's
True.
like nostalgia is like, oh, I like that old stuff though. So it's like you kind of got to add something new. But like one of the things I really liked about like Where Winds Meet with like the bosses and stuff is they had the key mechanic. So basically, the boss has like a stamina meter. And even if you can't like do all the cool parries and stuff, parrying the boss attacks to keep yourself alive affects it for everybody. Like you guys doing parries knocks that key meter down, which gives you a chance to kind of all jump in. So like you said, you're not spamming macros. I'm not knocking it. I get why people do that, but it's like you just hit like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 4, 1, 3, 2, Alt F. And you're like, come on, man. Like I just didn't want to keep track of all that stuff. I'd much rather be like feel like I'm actually let me
over
hit X.
and over.
Yeah.
Well, of course, right?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, man. And it's same with like I would love like a superhero RPG like Where Winds Beat with that kind of like an open
fuck
city.
off, man! Like that would
man.
be. I would love that. I would absolutely
City
love
Heroes and Champions Online got kind of close, but even they kind of fell into
For their
that
time.
spam your macros. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it's like DC Universe, same thing. It's
same
it
thing,
doesn't like I said, it doesn't feel like
You need that real live response combat.
Live, that's the
Yeah.
key. It's the live response gameplay in the online setting that makes like a game like Whirlwinds meet in those other types of action games that have online elements to it work. Whether it be even fighting a boss with I don't know, one of your bros that gets summoned or something in Elden Ring or whatever the fuck. But it feels like there's weight to it, right? The boss is smart enough and sophisticated enough to react to everything that you're doing. But the most important thing is that the gameplay itself is engaging, right? Like it's like I have to physically move my character around or risk getting off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's a true live response. So yeah, a superhero game in that sort of element, in that vein of like Where It Runs Me would be. I don't see how that doesn't make $1 billion, because that's a $1 billion idea for sure. Putting that in that kind of aesthetic and that kind of gameplay in that online setting would be that would just be amazing, man. So hell yeah.
Absolutely, man. And you could just the thing is like with the even the mechanic of like how you look, you could just start people out with like a homemade costume.
Yeah,
that's kind of the thing. And then when you
that's your low level gear, right?
Yeah, that's your low level gear. So it's like when you want to release like aesthetic stuff and you want to release like cosmetic enhancements, release things that look kind of like Spider-Man or kind of like Superman, or release pieces. I mean, you can there's a lot of options for money there. That's
easy to be monetized 1000%. But yeah, like Where Winds Meet is what I did like about it, and how again, it is after all an online RPG. It at least shows me that if their cards, if your cards are played right, the gameplay element of that whole online RPG, maybe in a superhero setting, could for sure be done. It could 1000% be done. It's just a matter of execution there. But yeah, like that genre needs it, man. I've said it time and time again how that genre needs it, and it's just kind of weird that it came from the fucking Chinese. Like, which is again like what the fuck. But then you look at like what Eddie's done, and with Marvel Rivals as well, like and the success that they've been able to have.
The gameplay mechanics for that game are crisp.
Yeah.
I thought I was done with the team shooter type stuff after Blizzard freaking dissed everybody with how they were going to handle Overwatch 2. I was like, nah, I ain't about that. You're not getting my phone number. Piss off.
Yeah.
Right. Monitoring get out of here.
Yeah.
Right? And so I dipped my toes into Marvel Rivals. I'm like, all right, you guys are actually paying some attention to character designs. You're making the dudes freaking shredded, like they got cuts on cuts, right? And the gals look like they should, right? We're talking comic book characters, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's supposed to be, aspirational and awesome looking, fun. And they did that. And lo and behold, all it took was that and some solid gameplay mechanics and like an actual content map. Like, hey, we're actually supporting the thing with regular updates, new characters, and it's got a healthy player base. Like that's all it took.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Yeah.
Imagine giving people what they tell you they're willing to give you money for, right?
Exactly. Imagine that. Imagine that. So yeah, it's like I said, we need some. I don't think that these massive, at least the Western companies, I mean, we talk about the French, they figured a little something out with some of the games that obviously got Expedition 33. I talked about like the kind of revival, the beat 'em up revival. A lot of that's been facilitated by the French. With the Shredder's Revenge and this new Cosmic Invasion thing with Marvel and all those games are done by the French, or they're at least published by the French, at least. So they got a little something going on, but at least in American sense, I'm trying to think of like what American AAA studio. I mean, EA, like we know the direction EA is going. That's Saudi now, anyway.
Yep.
But it's very difficult to think of one like a AAA American game studio that's like. And I'm trying hard right now to think of one that you're at least enthusiastic about.
Shoot, I'll pull up my Steam library and see if there's anything. I got a crap ton of games on there, but I bet there's not a damn one.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Like I can't. I can't. Someone said the chat all trash. There's got to be something in there.
I mean, like one of the better one. I mean, like we were already mentioning like Final Fantasy and stuff. The Old Republic was good. I didn't like that it was a continuation of KOTOR 1 and 2, but The Old Republic's a good Star Wars game. Like it's got good stuff.
It's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun for what it is.
It's just World of Warcraft and Star Wars.
But that's the thing, right? Yeah, it doesn't mechanically like if you had taken, I don't know, more of a Jedi Fallen Order approach to that
100%.
game.
100%.
Oh,
that's
shoot,
a hit.
man.
That's a hit.
There's not really anything out there, man. They're just kind of all lazy, man. Or like one of the things that bothers me is when you finally get a game, like it's not that it's bad, but it's like, oh, you could play as your favorite heroes. I'm like, that's cool, but it kind of takes away that feeling of like making your own custom character.
I'm all about creative character, man. Like
I like creative character.
I can't. For me, it's. I'm sorry. It's very difficult for me to play, especially RPG based games, without the creative character. That's like a staple. It has to be. That's what again.
And Fable coming out and not letting you make your own character in Fable is breaking my heart, dude.
Is that what they
breaking
announced?
my heart.
They announced that's a mistake.
If that's like actually official and true, that's a huge whiff, man.
Yeah, that's
like I'm sorry, you're not Witcher. You don't have Geralt. Like you don't have a cool protag like that,
right?
But even then, like even with this new Witcher, that's what should have happened to me. Me and Ash were talking about this on Ripping the Silverback probably months ago. We said that I personally believe, as far as where the direction they were taking Witcher, it probably should have been make your own Witcher situation.
Right. Could have done that.
I think that for sure was the next evolution of that. If they weren't gonna have, especially if they weren't gonna have Geralt be like the centerpiece, like okay, cool, just have us make our own Witcher. But yeah, creative character is it's vital for me. Like I have to add that. I will like legit pass on games if like definitely RPGs. A lot of them if they don't have creative character. It's get
an
it.
Instant way to get personal investment, right? Because you created this
100%.
character, right? Whether you made them look like you or you just said, I'm going to make this person look as badass as I can, right? That's personal investment. You had a hand in creating this character that's going to be your protag, that's going to be your vehicle through the game.
And in today's political climate, it's almost a must.
Yeah.
Because it's
for
like,
sure.
oh, dude, I'm like, oh, I got to be a chick again, or like, oh, I don't feel represented in this. You're gonna get
Yeah.
it from somewhere.
Yeah,
You know what I
And
mean?
the thing is,
Right. You
like,
get to shut everybody up, really.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do whatever you
well,
want.
and the problem is it undercuts games that are just trying to make good games. And they're like, hey, we wrote this game with a female protagonist in mind, but we're not trying to check boxes. It doesn't matter because the climate feels like, are you sure? Because
True.
you already
True.
have
Yeah, you
trouble
can't
trusting
tell.
people, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
People, and look, people have been burned enough to at least think twice, and you can't really blame them for it at all. But yeah, that's why I think creative characters is the safest way to approach those games. And yeah, I like customization. I'm big on that type of customization, and just that creates for, it has a way of creating for like dynamic, especially in an online setting, dynamic sort of gameplay. And I get it. You know, you're gonna have your nerds that meta shit into the ground, where like, you know, try to force people into doing the same. We're doing the same exact shit, having the same loadout, having the same moves and shit. I totally understand. You're gonna always have those guys there, and definitely those games can get a little difficult to like balance, right?
Yeah.
But in the same respects, I mean, you gotta have it. You have to have that character customization. That's one thing I mean, again, dated, but DC Universe does online. If you can conceptualize it, you can make it in DC Universe. You can make a character. I remember those streams early on in the Rippaverse when I was still like streaming like pretty regularly, how many, you know, people would show me their like, oh, I made Isom, I made Sabrina Solari or whatever in DC Universe, because you can literally make anything. And that game, what that game does for now, it's dated. Like I said, I tried to pick it up the other day, like not the other day, but like recent history. Tried to, and I'm like, games feel like it's fucking 30 years old. Like it legit,
like
it
Pirates of the
legit does.
Caribbean Online.
Yeah, it's like it feels dated, but man, the customization on that game is it's not a lot of games that have been able to
It was good at is WWE.
Yeah,
there are people who they've made all of G&G on WWE. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, you
man.
do some really cool stuff there.
Well, and it's funny because like I've been thinking about this, like, just, I know Rippa, you've been thinking about it too, like just conceptualizing what would you do for like games, especially like with superhero stuff, because it's hard. Like scaling's difficult because like
absolutely
you don't want people to like feel like their character sucks because Superman has to show up and save the day. But it's like, and you want people that want to play Superman, but some people want to play Daredevil, and you don't want to feel like your Daredevil character doesn't matter. And it's like, you know, you could even make a game that has just lets you, your restriction isn't your character, it's what your power level,
your class of superhero.
Yeah, you're a street level hero, and that's where you sit, and that's okay, because you have your own unique storylines and you approach your own unique things, and then let you be like a cosmic level superhero. Maybe there's storylines that they get to experience, so then you have people talking, and then it makes people go, cool, I like the street level thing, but I also kind of want to find out what happens if I go here and do this, and like, what does that look like and stuff. You know, it's like there's just so much freedom when it comes to like superhero stuff. You really can't go wrong with people giving people freedom. It's just about making people feel like they matter. And I feel like that's one thing that I feel like MMOs have lost too, is it feels like you're just kind of a cog in a wheel, but not in like a good way. It never felt like you were you're like actually contributing to the world. Just feels like you're kind of in the meat grinder, just doing the thing, you know? So like when you get down to it, like you said, yeah, you're gonna have people that metagame. That is always gonna happen, no matter what. But it's like when you
I'm a min-maxer in D&D. I'm part of the problem.
but it's like when you run into a room and you go, cool, everybody that didn't min-max is being looked at kind of like, oh, you didn't min-max? You mean you're not, you know, using the like +5 sword that you find in like this random cave? Everybody's using it. And it's like,
at one point, are you just another NPC, basically, right?
Yes.
That's literally what you become, though, is it not?
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, it's that kind of thing is tough. I mean, I've criticized D&D a lot for that. I have no problem because I play D&D, but I am very critical of that system just because like there's a right way to play it when it comes to combat and there's a wrong way. And you have to kind of balance both. And that's tough as a storyteller to be like, your character matters just as much as this character, even though this guy could pump out like 400 damage in a round and you can't even hit the guy, you know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I
because
still got to get on one of those games. I've never
You
played Dungeons and
die if
Dragons
somebody
ever.
sneezes on you, right?
yeah. Well, Dungeons and Dragons is fun, man, but that is one of the things you run into is like as a DM, when you have a guy that can nuke a boss like solo, and the story's about you guys facing some big bad, and like the other person's like, cool, I have like a cool sword that I like, and I don't know, I don't have that many powers, I just kind of like did my thing. It's like you want to reward that person for trying to be special and unique and doing their own thing, but you also like got to engage the guy that, you know, like that boss is gonna have to be able to wipe that guy, which means everybody else in the room's gonna die, like, you know. So that kind of balance and figuring out how that works is always interesting to me, you know.
Yeah, it is balanced. I don't envy anybody trying to come up with it as well, like a system that kind of, you want to reward people for trying to be unique, but it can be very difficult to do that because, like I said, you are going to have those nerds, and definitely in a certain setting, you bring up a good point, like, oh, if I'm going in a room or if I'm going in a raid or whatever, and people are like, oh, he doesn't have the same loadout as everybody else has because this is the meta thing. So we're at some like disadvantage. Yeah, it can be difficult to kind of balance because really you're forced to make multiple play styles, multiple different types of modes are viable, which is it's not easy to do. It's funny. These idiots over there at EA have they've got that was probably too harsh, but no, those guys over there, they put out a game every year, and for the first time, I want to say it was either this year or the past year's FIFA, where they added what was called evolution cards. So what basically though they are, there's these quests, right? And you can, if the type of player, the card, like, or whatever that you're using has these certain requirements, which are always a bunch of them, you can then like boost their stats up to do whatever, right? And so what it's done is it's created this system where instead of everybody going to chase the same squad, I need Mbappe as a striker, I need whoever on the right, or I need whoever on the left, it's the same thing. Now you see a lot when I see some of these, like a streamer that I watch in Crossy all the time, and I've seen more variety this year of the type of teams that he's playing, and it took these fuckers 30 some years to finally figure that out, because up until then, if you played that game online, you were going against, remember when I would play, I'm going against the same damn players definitely if they paid to win, I'm going against the same players every single match. I play a weekend league of 20 games, and like for 15 of them, I'm going against the same exact guys. And that's because, well, it's the meta, right? So yeah, like I said, I don't envy at all a game developer trying to make that make sense. But it is a case of in order for that to work, in either a cooperative or like online setting, doesn't matter whether it's cooperative or like competitive, you kind of have to stick to your guns, because now that we've gone to this through this era of the maxing, the constant meta driving home this meta shit, I totally get that, but you got to be stubborn enough to stick to your guns and say, look, man, we're gonna make multiple play styles viable, and that's just what's gonna happen. So yeah, somebody may. And I also think that has to do, especially in RPG sense. And this is what I wonder, and that's the thing that sucks. It doesn't seem like a lot of devs are going to be using this AI to like make games better. It's unfortunately, as a tool as that might be, it looks like
driving up the cost of my GPU.
That seems to be the main thing. It's a corner cutter more than at least from what we're seeing, at least now. Maybe that utility changes maybe in the next years or so. But as far as it is right now, but you can imagine like that could be a way to use it's not even, I guess it is kind of more or less randomization, but you could imagine now having that type of tech available to you to be able to properly randomize the experience for people. Could be a cool way to make different play styles for like especially online RPG like viable, right? So it's not a case of if you go to this cave, this one, sure you're gonna have that level of stuff there, but maybe it is like, well, you going through this quest line and you're gonna come out it with this type of item, and I might, depending on how I go about it, come out of it with a completely different thing. Just to try to give people some, and also you have to kind of set the tone and encourage your game player to go that route. Otherwise, you run into the issue that a lot of these other games run into, and that's, well, fuck, I play COD. Everybody's got the same goddamn loadout. Like this is the fucking game. It's the, we're jumping into Warzone or whatever, and it's you got to have this gun and that gun with this specific. Even though
you got
they
a bunch
give
of assets nobody uses.
Nobody,
right?
It's a bunch of assets. Nobody, they add all these things about, you can make the gun more, do all these cool, and everybody ends up with the same shit anyway. You know what I mean? So it's about making things more viable. So I would love to see it done. I think Where Winds Meet is on to something.
Yes,
but
I'm gonna download that tonight.
You should.
It's good.
Play it. Excellent.
Yeah.
Free.
I mean,
$3.99.
Yeah.
Free. Yeah.
There's a lot of folk that are playing it right now too. Like, Rippa, me, Phil. I got Josiah playing it now. There's a couple other people in our circle that are playing it. You can pull up a whole guild, man.
Oh man, I think we have some fun, man. I think we have some fun on that. It can make for some fun streams too, man. Some as well. So I am 1000% game. That game has no business being that good. It's a pleasant surprise, man. I can't remember who I first told me about it, and
I think it was Kara.
It might have been Kara. It might have been Kara. It might have been Kara. And I was like, all right, yeah, I gave it a shot, man. And that was a pleasant surprise, man. Like from that first move that I got when I was like kind of through this motherfucker, I was like, oh shit, they not playing around. Yeah, I was like, I was like,
we got some grappling in this game.
Yeah, I was like, all right,
what?
This is cool. This is fucking cool.
Yeah,
when I saw that, and then I got cocky and went and tried to fight that. It's similar to Elden Ring. It's a setup,
that puppet, man. Yeah,
it's a setup because it's like you got this boss. He's like the horseman on Elden Ring, where you don't have to fight him
in that first area.
You shouldn't fight him. You shouldn't
boss.
fight him. But it's bait. They put it there to troll your ass because it's like, yeah, you go fight him, you're probably gonna lose, but you can go fight him right out the gate.
Oh, he whooped me like
he kicked my ass several times.
I was not.
I went back to him a bunch of times before I finally was like, I'm not gonna beat this motherfucker.
That was my first Souls-like game.
Oh,
and so I guess you could count Fallen Order, not really, but so I'm like, I just hear everybody saying like these games are really hard. They're really hard. These games are really hard. And so I start that game and I'm just trying to kill him off rip. And I'm like, I'm never going to beat, this is the first boss of this isn't even a boss. I'm never going to beat this game, dude. And then I finally just ran by. I'm like, well, maybe it's easier down the road. And then I got killed by the giant. I'm like, this game sucks, dude.
It's a setup.
Crap out of that game too.
It's a setup, but they got a similar thing in Where Winds Meet, and I went and fought that motherfucker and got my ass kicked, man.
And he's tough, like even late stage, like he's a tough boss. I just recently beat him, but I summoned help and was like, all right, we just got to make it go. But yeah, there's I don't know how far in the campaign are you right now, Rippa?
Where am I? Fuck, man, I played that. There was one session, like I just told Az about it. It was probably a couple of weeks ago whenever I had just told Az about the game. And he had turned it on. He was sending me all these pictures or whatever. I think I might have played that damn game for it was like a legit 8-hour session. Like,
dude.
Of me just for some reason not being able to put it down. I don't know what the hell happened, but I just played it. I can't remember exactly where I was at. But yeah, it was a full 8 hour. Like the last time I played it, that's how much time I sunk into that in one session. I was like, this shit is amazing.
Man.
But yeah, no, I'm down. I am 1,000. Oh, shout out Jug 3BO. What's up?
Hey,
Tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow, man, Daughter's Revenge. I'm really, really excited for it. But yes. Thank you for stopping by saying what's up, Jay. But Yeah. But some of these. Oh snaps! Let me get some of these super chats real quick because I didn't realize that I may have missed a couple of. Garfield Zarvich said with 10. Congrats, Ripper. The Project Ripper. Also looking forward to Jay's book. Keep working, and I'll keep supporting you. Got it. Also, iDubbbz won Low Cal of the Year. That dude fell off our. I don't know the lore behind any. It's apparently got it at 180. I know of him. I don't know enough about it. I mean, my first kind of semi-education on it was when I popped on that random stream Real BBC episode the other day with Az, and him and Mauler were talking about some of that. And I'm like, I have no idea what the hell's going on with this. But I'm not like that familiar with his old content, but apparently he's just a guy that kind of just up and flipped, and yeah.
So like I won't spend a ton of time on it, but like back in the day, so iDubbbz, all these dudes have fallen off except for two of them. It was iDubbbz, H3H3, Filthy Frank, and Max Mofo, and they were kind of like the edgelords of content back then. So like they were doing some real edgy stuff and weird shit and stuff. But iDubbbz kind of differentiated himself because he would like criticize Kickstarters, like bad Kickstarters and stuff, and he would talk about stuff, and then he started talking about like language. And one of the things, because somebody got mad at him because he used to say the N-word all the time. This dude dropped the N-bomb so many times back in the day on YouTube, and somebody said, what's the deal with all of that? He goes, listen, he's quoted as saying like, if none of it's okay, or if none of it's okay, or all of it's okay, or none of it's okay. Like you can't control speech. You just can't. And so like, yes, that word could be hurtful when you're directing at people, but words are words, and you give power to words, and that's what matters and stuff. So he was never using it maliciously at people, but like, and then it's funny because like what happened was he started attracting like people, like he used to do these unboxing videos, and people started sending him like Nazi memorabilia and all kinds of Klan paraphernalia.
Jeez.
And he told him, he goes, yo guys, like that's not funny. Like it's funny the first time, but it's not funny the like 8th time it happens and stuff.
Yeah.
So even then he was kind of telling people like, yo, you can be edgy and funny and on the edge of that humor, but like there's a line that you can cross. And now he's like, I'm sorry I said anything. I'm sorry I ever said any of this. And any of my people that followed me back then, they're terrible. That those toxic fans, I can't believe they followed me. And it was like he read a book or somebody told him, yo, what you did was like awful and bad, and so they didn't even apologize for it. But those guys, if they kept doing what they were doing, YouTube probably wouldn't even be where it is right now. They would either got yeeted off the platform and went somewhere else and started something else, or YouTube would have had to kind of adjust to these guys being there and being this weird disruption in the zeitgeist, So
that's it's. Like I said, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm as privy on whatever's going on with that, but
that shit, bro, it's wild, it's weird shit. Dude.
It's that's that's. I mean, I've seen that in our circles, like where you get just a switch, and maybe it is a case. They read something. I don't know, someone that was close to them, maybe it was a loved one or something. Took the opposite position, and then they just said, all right, whatever, everything that I did was wrong. And it's like, that's weird, but
I
don't know. I get that stuff happening when you're young, but like, sure, maybe if you're introduced to, everybody reserves the right to change their mind on something, but it's one thing to be a full-blown like adult and like, now it's one thing to change your mind on a position, like, you've been introduced with some new information, right? And you then make an adjustment. I think every individual does that, and you have to have enough humility to do that. But it's one thing to like just do a full 180, simply because of, hey, I don't know, if you met someone and they said, hey, you're toxic and you're wrong, and therefore everything that you believe was the incorrect thing, and then you end up believing that. That's all. That's never. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's if you never had to convey. I don't know what the psychology of that is, but I have seen stuff like that happen.
It's fear, man. It's fear of not being accepted. That's all it is.
It's true.
You gotta have the balls.
It's no
to be
different
okay
than
with being
cliques in
alone.
high school.
That makes
you can't
sense.
attack your audience, man. That's the biggest thing.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
They're just watching you, man. And if you adjust, some people are gonna leave, but like telling them they're all wrong and they're the toxic ones, and like you were feeding bad energy and you shouldn't have been doing all of that. It's like, come on, man. Like those people grew up too with you. Like, you
Right.
know, yeah.
Right.
You cultivated that audience, man.
Yep.
Like that was your audience.
Yep.
Fair.
It's wild stuff, man.
We got Swag TV with a 5 says, that's what's great to hear about free games. You lose nothing. Just did the open donation tier. Oh, appreciate y'all. Says good luck on the animation fund. Thank you so much. Where are we at on that? We are at 88,673 supporters.
Less than
That's
12K.
moving right along, dude.
That's 12K. I think scooting right now. I don't know. Like I said, we got about, we'll see. It closes at 11 p.m. 2.5 hours. We'll see if some high rollers come through. But yes, we are at. I'm looking at it right now. We've moved up a lot. So thank you all for that support. Right there, 673 supporters. We're at 88,000. So thank you all so much. And yeah, get in on it. We'll see what happens. It'll go down to the wire, but we'll see what happens. Thank you for that. Swag TV. We got my man's Kanan with a 10 says, hey, Cap, stoked for everyone to see what's on the horizon. The Rippaverse exciting stories and concepts with a fresh twist. Best fans of the world. Yeah. Kanan and I have been working on a little story. We've talked about it obviously on this particular campaign, and I'm really satisfied obviously with how it's coming out. But yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait for people to see. I'm not gonna NDA myself.
No, you won't.
But it's really good. And Kanan is just such a wonderful artist, and I really can't wait for you all to see what we have been cooking up there. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. But shout out, Kanan. What's up with you, bro? Appreciate you.
Oh yeah, man.
That's the hardest part about this whole thing is like not telling people what the story is.
Yeah.
When you're trying to promo stuff, because there's stuff you want them to be excited about, but you can't say anything.
That's one of the biggest disciplines. Like you have to have an independent creation, like because that anticipation is so very important to convincing people of the buy, right? So you want to give them enough information to where they're like they can make an educated decision to order it or pre-order it or whatever. But yeah, you all the information obviously, so it can you sometimes got to catch yourself and be like, well, wait a minute, they don't know anything about that, and I can't really tell them everything.
Give them enough to get interested and give them a hook, right? That makes them want to find out all the stuff that you didn't tell them.
Yeah, 100%, dude. That's how I treated like making trailers for this. It's like a burlesque show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just give them a little
Little
look.
Yeah.
Not just a little wrist, no?
Yeah. Just a little something.
Just a whiff of perfume,
Just a little something. But yeah, man. That's always been an interesting balance there because it's easy to fall in that trap. But we got an awesome individual, perhaps the best of us all. Not perhaps. I'll go out on a limb and just say it. He's the best of all of us.
Not the Mario Kart though.
Our man, Jay. What's up, dog?
Right away.
I'm only here for one thing. How many books do we have to sell tomorrow to see Rippa with an eye patch and a pirate hat on his head? I need to know. That's got to be one of my stretch goals. That's got to be.
He needs a custom hat. It's an actual pirate hat that says Blackbeard.
I want the eye patch too, man. Gotta have the eye patch.
I'm down to do like a week of streams with it.
Yes, let's go.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a number that is high enough, but not so low to where it's just like, what are we doing? Okay. I tell you what, let's do this. If we can sell, I will go with, and we'll take it all the way through the weekend.
Oh,
well, through the weekend. So you'll get, I'll get you through the weekend. If in the first weekend we can sell, we've done it before, but if in the first weekend we can sell, let's say, I think a safe bet will be 500 books, which is very doable. And that includes I almost NDA'd. That includes fun stuff that's a part of this campaign. If we hit 500 books It's doable.
By
It's
Sunday
doable.
midnight.
By Sunday at midnight
Eastern.
I will do
Going into Monday morning.
I will do a whole week of streams and a pirate hat and an iPad.
Oh yeah, we got that.
Let's go.
Click
Red
that,
locked
chat.
in. That's it. That's it.
500.
Hold 'em
500
accountable.
locked in.
Yep.
Make it happen.
500.
I don't know. I don't
You
know if
got my
Alex
word
is
on it.
watching, but Alex should text you right now and tell you where we're at.
Okay. Okay.
Go.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who signed up on the email. They got first dibs. That's already
Yeah.
gone out. So
Yeah.
maybe we hit 500 already.
Man.
Yeah.
But that
It was like, wait, what?
that would-
What?
that would be a
y'all hit
tragedy.
what?
That'd be a tragedy.
Yes. Tomorrow, tomorrow he opens the door. There's a pirate hat. No patch already.
But yeah, through the weekend, if we hit that, you got my word. I'll hold get up.
Let's go.
There's a peg leg and a hacksaw.
I'm down. Hold get up. I wouldn't even. I would do 4K in a second. Wouldn't even like tell people that didn't know why I'm dressed like that. I would just do the show like it's
even better.
normal.
Yeah.
Normal. May even show up to Blaze with it, like just not even explaining myself.
Walk in, don't say nothing.
Not
That
even
chat, you have to make this happen, please. I need to see Eric on Sarah's
500
show in a pirate guest.
500 bucks.
I'm trying to zoom out. I want Eric to see. You know, I got Yaira up there. You know,
Let's go. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Yeah.
I got to get a light on her right there. So
Let's go. Oh man, shout out, man. And man, man, speaking of cool items, man, we were talking about this earlier, Jay, with the swords, man, X-Wing, man, like that's a special item, man. That is a really cool special item that select amount of you guys will be able to get access to.
you didn't
That is
show
some
him
of the
off. You
coolest
didn't hold
thing.
one. X-Wing, you didn't hold one.
You want me to grab one?
Yeah, of
All right,
course.
go for it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You can. I'm taking every opportunity I can to sell this. I don't even know what I'm doing here. What is he trying to sell? Man, don't worry about that.
we sell
We'll
it.
get to that later.
Hey, no. I want to see this. Blow them up too. We got to see this.
Yeah.
We have to see this. I want to see him grab one of those swords. But yeah.
Okay,
Other than that,
here
Jay,
you
man, what's been good with you though, Jay?
Oh, nothing. Just finally, like you know how it is when you get to this point where it's like finally done. Throw it out there. Let's see. Excited to see the reaction of the people. And after 2 years, you know, this project took a long time, shockingly. But you know, even in those 2 years of doing the Otter's Revenge, seeing where Rippaverse has gone in those, you know, in those 2 years with Rippasen, with the animation stuff that you're doing now. And you know, I watch your video game streams, you know, where you're talking about video games and stuff like that. Look at this guy right here.
Oh man,
I want these swords like they're battle ready.
Wow.
So this is the hand forged mild steel guard we did, and then this one's got a walnut handle on it.
Oh man, that looks so good.
And this is that. You remember I was telling you, it almost looks like it's been puddled or pooled or something like that. That's that brute to forge finish I was talking about. You can't mess anything up because you can't grind it. You can't fix it just by grinding it off. You got to do it all perfect first shot. So
that's beautiful.
Pretty cool.
That is so sick, man.
It's hefty, brother.
Those things are not going to last.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
They're probably fast.
Yeah. So if y'all gonna have to be lining up for the release tomorrow because these gonna go quick, man.
Only
so,
6,
amazing, bro.
Really beautiful plunge lines on it too, so you can see the plunge line lines up perfectly center on the blade, perfectly straight blade. It's really hard to show these on there, but all the way through to the tang, perfect plunge line. I mean, they're really cool, man.
They look awesome, dude. I remember watching you make them, bro. I was like, this is rad.
Yeah,
dude, you should be proud of that. You should be proud as hell.
That was kind of the really fun part too, was being able to do some of those small live streams so that people could see like this didn't come from a factory. It was some idiot in Nevada in a garage banging away on hot metal, you know.
Nah, man, like that. That's so sick though. So sick.
Speaking of which, I was gonna say, my buddy Rough Knight's in the chat. I know you guys know Chaz or whatever. He's done stuff like that, and he told me, he goes, "Yo, X-Wing guy knows what he's doing, bro." Like,
Nice.
straight up, he goes, "Watch." He goes, "You'll know," because he mentioned a couple things to me. I was like, "I don't know what that means," and then I watched the stream, and he goes, "He did the exact thing I said, and that's how you know he knows." I was like, "Yo, this is pretty sick, bro." Like, I don't know what any of that stuff meant, but I was like, "It looks cool." I can't do that. Yeah, I would
I fucking
burn my
wish I
hand
could do
off.
it.
So yeah.
I could, I don't know. I just know it looks cool, man. It was cool, seeing some kind of behind the scenes videos, man. That's just some of the sickest stuff ever, man. Like that.
It's been a grueling project, and it's always fun to do it with friends. Like that's the thing. Like between me, X-Wing, and Eric, the artist, it's like it was such a great. We had some highs and lows.
Highs and lows, for sure.
It's all done. You
Well,
can't agree on anything.
It's a
It's
process.
like one of those things you just can't agree on everything. It's like, what are you doing? So it's like, okay, back on track. That's how it is.
It's a process.
That's what I got done telling them it was such a fun collaborative project because there was just no ego involved. You know what I mean? There was no ego. It was just, let's make this work and make it beautiful. I want to add this here. Let's do that. Well, I want to add this here. Ooh, let's do that. It's like putting ornaments on a Christmas tree, and then you step back at the end of it, and you're just like, it's perfect.
No, man, it's. I think this is gonna be a project a lot of y'all gonna like.
Wait, am I frozen or?
Nah, Eric
You're
is.
good.
No, it's me. It's me.
He went to go get the
me,
pirate
for
hat.
Sure. Nah. It's
What
me.
a freeze
It's me.
frame that was.
This thing stuck.
I've been away almost most of the day. Like, do we have a name for this studio yet, or are we just starting out with the funding?
What do you mean? Like the actual? And I'm sorry, guys, my camera's all jacked up. I'm probably gonna have to restart my unit. I may go in the other room here in a bit, but no, we're just it's just a Rippaverse Studios animation fund, and we don't know. We do have an idea. Obviously, we named all of the types of different clips and stuff that we're gonna do. We're gonna do one Isom, Yaira, Blood Ruth. Now we're gonna do one of Renlin from Dirty D.
I know, man, but I was a little disappointed, even though Eric can't respond.
Goes, for you guys and gals.
Oh, there he is. And he's gone.
Eric can't respond.
Doesn't matter how much
video
money
internet,
you
man.
make. Camera's a camera,
He's like, people ask me all the time, what the first animation I want to see other than the ones that already been created, and he's out, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna say camera cross. Here we go. And he's like, salvage. I was like, man, turn this video off. I gotta wait till we get.
Andrew, run the show. I'm gonna run to my other PC.
I got you.
You don't even know I'm talking about him. That's the best part.
Yeah, he's like,
his rig's acting all booty right now.
I think
Speaking of which, I feel like this type of a campaign would have been the perfect opportunity if there were hypothetically some sort of I want it all, like we do for literally anything, to call it the full booty pack.
The
Right?
full booty.
That was the perfect opportunity for that. This ain't an all ages book.
No.
Yeah. Jay looks like he's blacked out in a blacked out bunker.
Yes.
Yeah, my lights are kind of low. Also, like, sad news, my Tron machine kind of died. I'm waiting on a repair guy to come and take a look at it to see if
No.
I can get that thing powered up. If not, I'm just gonna throw it out of the window. And
make sure you take a video of that. At least put it up on YouTube and make some money.
They've been giving me hours of entertainment, like Dragon's Lair. I don't know if anybody remembers playing that game.
Love Dragon's Lair, dude. Yeah.
I got that's Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Like, people don't understand that one. It's got that weird,
It's got 3 games on it, right?
Yeah, the original Star Wars, and then of course the T2 with the guns. So X-Wing was over at the house one day. Next time I got to record him trying to play Dragon's Lair, and see how long he could last.
The game's not easy.
No, it's not. It's very difficult, especially like these were the games that didn't give you instructions. You put in $1, and it was like, what do I do? Yellow
They
Flag
didn't give you
just put it in
instructions. They
emulator
made it
mode.
extremely hard, and then they charged you money for it. That was the racket.
Yep.
Right?
It was crazy.
Reach
It was
out to your
crazy.
moms and have them buy more.
It wasn't cheap either. That was like the first, it was like $1 or $2 to play Dragon's Lair. And the game was over in 5 seconds if you didn't know what you were doing.
I dropped all my change on Marvel vs. Capcom in the arcades.
Oh, that was another one.
The
best
and my
thing,
buddy
I'd
would
get the
ride our
boys
bikes over
over.
to the
We'd
pizza
all
place.
we'd all go play Turtles.
Yeah.
Put all the quarters in, just be playing.
Yep.
And then like the Simpsons came out with like their version. That was kind of cool for a minute, but then it was like, let's just get back to Turtles and do that game. So
who are you picking?
51.
Donatello was the cheat code in that game because he had the staff.
He had the reach.
I always like Leonardo. So
my man.
Yeah. I always like Leonardo.
Michelangelo just because of his name.
Yeah, I'm a Michelangelo guy.
The double blade. Well, he had a cool move. He would like stab and then throw him over. Yeah. But Donatello had the one hit. I remember like wasting a lot of quarters on that.
Yeah. This is a total aside, by the way. Like Jay and X-Wing, I know you guys are both collectors and you guys collected Star Wars stuff. My buddy sent me this the other day. He found the 1980s Millennium Falcon in a box.
Oh yeah.
At like a yard sale. Like an old lady just said, "Yeah, my husband used to keep the Star Wars stuff." And he
that's cute. That's cute. Hold on a second.
I knew Jay was gonna pull something out, but
Yep.
yeah, he was just like randomly. This lady's like, "Yeah, we got this. Like, I just got this old Star Wars thing. I don't know what it's about." He was still in the box with like the instructions and everything.
Yeah, it's funny. That's how I lost my collection when I was a kid too.
Damn.
I think
my mom was just like, "Here."
He died though. That's why she was like,
I ran outside. I'm like, wait, and the kid's like, I probably can't do that on this channel. He was mentally challenged. And my mom's like, you can't say no. Like you can't say no now. You already. And I'm like,
we got Empire Strikes Back, Han Solo.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Oh wow.
Not punched. And it's great.
Wow.
Not punched.
Not even.
Where did you get an unpunched version?
Yeah.
Yo.
Graded at an 85, so that's pretty cool.
Where did you get that?
Wild.
Oh man, I don't know. I found in a box.
Fell off a tree.
And we got the unpunched Luke Skywalker.
Yo.
Telescoping lightsaber.
Yeah. 80 plus grade.
That's crazy.
That's the original. Watch me drop it and like this could probably fund the animation studio, right?
Maybe drop it and the tab falls out.
Yeah, the tab falls out.
Yeah.
Crap.
So
that's how the lightsaber disappears too. It just you can't find it anywhere. Like, yo, what happened? That's what's up, bro.
Got anything else to show, Mike?
No, he has a bunch of Star Wars stuff. But I don't have anything. I don't collect stuff. All right, I used to collect stuff. I lost way too many things over the years, so I just gave up on it.
I have 14 large U-Haul boxes filled with Star Wars stuff in my garage, and I don't know what to do.
But he does have. Hold on, I'll pull this up here. He did have.
What's crazy is watching the show on Netflix called King of Collector.
Yeah.
Right. And this season, I'm watching the show, and they're like, "We're looking for Hulk Hogan rookie cards, mint condition," and I'm like. I stopped the episode and I go to my binder and I went, "Oh, I got 6 of those."
No way.
What do I do with that? So I sent them and I took a picture of it and I sent them an email. It's like, "You still looking for these? I saw it on the TV show." They didn't respond.
Well, they missed out, bro. Because
I don't know. Maybe they'll see it later. Who knows? I don't know how old they recorded that, but yeah, I was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that." Hulk Hogan passed away. And I used to collect all those cards. So I had like 6 of them.
He's like, "I'm going to go to my other studio."
Man's got so much money. He's got multiple studios.
I'm just trying to like hide the trash bags.
That's what I was saying.
Like, bottles over here. And he's like, "I'm going to go to my second studio real quick, guys. I'll be right back."
I was telling before Rippa camera went off, I was like, I was getting ready to make a big donation. And he goes, this was Rippa's video. "I get this question all the time. Who I'd like to see, other than the ones that we've already done. And there's only one answer to that." And I'm thinking, oh, he's going to say Cameron Cross. He's like, "It's salvage." And I was like, "Man, turn this video off. You're not getting
my bad. That's funny.
Yeah, proves to you I do watch your stuff, though, as I got it word for word.
Yeah, that was pretty accurate. That was no lie. That was pretty accurate, though. Yeah. Nah, man, this is my show setup, right? So this is
I had to go in here. I don't know what's been going on with this PC, but I got this other Meta PC. Shout out. That's downstairs that I haven't set up yet. That I'm for sure is going to replace that one in there. That one seems to be on its last legs. I've been having more and more problems out of that damn thing. So I got to go with the old reliable show PC. So I'm on a
It's got multiple studios. It's got a PC in every room.
Oh yeah, my old PC piece of crap. I guess I'll pull out the other one I got.
It's got a PC in the bathroom that's got an aquarium built into it.
Nah. I ain't got it like that. I ain't got
Where when's meet in the bathtub. He's like, that's a pretty good time.
Nah, I ain't got it like that. I wish I had it like that. I ain't got it like that. But no, this is just the show PC. That's it. Y'all see me on this every day when I'm doing my show. I do it on this PC. But that one in there, I mean, that one's old. Like that one still has. I mean, it was a damn good graphics card at the time. But I was using it for video editing. That's my office PC. So like it's a Titan is the GPU that's in there. But I've had that thing for when the Titan came out. So that thing's like what 6 years old. Maybe older than that. So yeah, that thing's old. But yeah, it's been great to me. But yeah, it's clearly on its last legs, man. That thing's been freezing up and collapsing on me left to right. So I gotta figure that out and get that Meta PC set up because they send me a little something and I ain't set it up yet, so I'm gonna get that set up because that thing that sucks. Love that PC though. I've had it forever. I was one of my first like actual builds, man. So had a lot of fun with that one. But yeah, it's gotta go. It's gotta go. That thing's done. That thing's cooked. But
for a little while, you just gotta send them out to pasture.
Yeah, you gotta, like Jay, just kind of let them outside. They'll do
open the door.
Open the door.
Walks out. Doesn't come back.
Just open the door. That's all you gotta do for that PC. It happens. So, yeah, man. Are you gonna stream like we're gonna get a 24-hour stream from you, Jay, tomorrow?
5 p.m. Eastern. Even though, listen, first of all, I gotta apologize to Andrew. Andrew sent me the video. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna put." I was like, "Oh man, it looks good. That's awesome." And it didn't even click on me that he put 5 p.m. Central. And I was like, I approved it. It wasn't Andrew. I was like, I approved that. And then all of a sudden I'm looking at it and I went, oh man, how stupid of me to like not even like tell him to switch it to Eastern. So that's my fault. So sorry about that. If anybody gives y'all crap,
nah, it's fine.
You say it's Jay's
fault.
fault.
When it needs to come out, that's when it's gonna come out. So we're gonna be fine.
Yeah. So we're gonna be on the channel that started it all tomorrow at 5 p.m. The History of Pirates channel, and a lot of people don't even know that me and X-Wing run that channel. It's just a channel where we've been doing it for like 2 years, and we just make videos of pirate history. And like whatever hit, we take some of the stories, well, whether they've been debunked already or not, but we're pretty clear on that. They're like, this story could be debunked, but this was a fun spin of yarn, and it's like, we do stuff over there. And that's kind of how this whole Daughter's Revenge thing got started, with us doing this thing together. And so that's where it started. That's where it's going to start tomorrow. And then it's just off to the races, man. So I think we'll be live 24 hours, but maybe not on the same channel. Because it's just gonna be we've already got a lot of this amazing community's already reached out over and over for us to be on their show here and there and everything, and so it's very exciting. So I really appreciate it. Like Monday is gonna be. I think we'll be streaming from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Yeah.
You guys have been teasing this project for a hot minute too. So like there's some anticipation built up for it.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is there's 22 people that I know of that's got this logo tattooed on their body.
Let's go.
And actually, Eric, you saw some of them in Dallas.
I did.
I was like, look at these people tattooing. The book ain't even out yet.
Yeah.
Sick
What if you
logo,
hate
man.
it?
What if it sucks?
No, man. We knew it was gonna be good, but no, look. This community is awesome, obviously, and it's to see the enthusiasm and stuff is really infectious, man. And I think obviously, look, you have a launching point. This isn't your first rodeo with obviously even working with Eric, obviously what you guys did with Achromatic Chronicles, but people I think feel like, yeah, that's the all ages book. We know there's a lot of passion in that. We're not diminishing that at all, but like we feel like this is Jay's book, like right here, like this is Jay and X-Wing's book, and I was excited to even just take a look at it, and once I did, I was like, oh, they're going to be all over this. When I saw it, they were going to be all over this. Flash said, do a stretch goal for Jay to get the logo tat.
500,000. That's
500. You heard it.
You heard it. He put a number on it.
$500,000.
Yeah.
The tats happening. You heard it here. Now you got another goal. In addition to me, I don't have any.
I've said that
I can't
before.
put a tat on the line. Even though my wife is tatted like hell, I'm not. I think she likes me I'm clean. So yeah, I can't, but I can wear the eye patch, and 1000% can do the whole get up. And that's gonna be fun. Like I said, I just envision myself doing a stream and not ever explaining it to anybody.
It's just play it straight.
Yeah, I'm playing it straight like I always dress like this.
This is his standard Monday getup.
And what do you mean I'm dressed funny? I always dress this way. This is how I am.
I'm still in my church clothes.
I'm just trying to picture Sarah and whoever the other guest would be on her show, like trying to keep a straight face.
They wouldn't be able to do, because I'd be serious. We're talking about these world impacting topics and trying to be serious, and here I am.
They'd be talking about Somali pirates or something.
Maybe that's my excuse. That's my excuse for the get up, is I'm trying to dress like a Somalian or something.
Not to constantly talk about our project, because we know why we're here, to get that animation studio funded. This last 6 months of getting this Daughter's Revenge book has been such a unique challenge, because our artist Eric, his father passed away like in the middle of the project, and you guys know this because we were like, we were scheduled to be done like September, and it's like, and then someone very close to my family passed away from cancer literally like the next month, and then it just was like, it was just like nonstop. And then our colorist, his mother passed away. It was like
my brother got cancer.
It was like, my goodness, man. It was like boom, 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 with all those things. But the blessings that came through of this too, it was like 9 Line Apparel were like, hey man, we love that thing. They never do this kind of stuff where they're like, we'd love to put that Jolly Roger on a hat and shirt and put it in our stores, to help pay for the project. And it's just they don't really do that kind of stuff. But that was so cool. And that's where these hats are, these hats and shirts. It's just that was so amazing that happened. But then like just all the ins and outs of finally getting this thing done with the swords. I know like there was a lot of stress on X-Wing at one point, because he not only was he trying to get these swords, like he was freaking moving across the country. The same time. It was like there was so much happening. I was like, man, this book ever gonna get done? And I remember calling Eric, like, bro, man, how do we get this book done by MegaCon? I was like, I'm stressed, man. We gotta get this done. And he's like, here's the plan.
Get it to me by the end. We'll take it from there, man.
Yeah. It was great. It was great.
Y'all hustle. Man, look, definitely when you got long-term projects like this, hella pages, man, it's always going to be something that comes up, and it's still about seeing it through. Obviously there's always going to be a hiccup in the process. Not everything goes according to. It's almost like building a house. Anybody that's ever done that shit, like it's a something's gonna go wrong. It's never doesn't matter what builder you go with. It's always something is going to happen, and you kind of gotta roll with the punches. And it's a similar thing with coming out with a book. But I think what
you know, what you guys did, and obviously you still saw it through, right? You're like, look, we want to do this. We had set our minds to do it, and sure, there may have been some setbacks, but we're gonna complete this. And so it makes it even sweeter to get to this point to where, okay, now we're here, and now the thing is out. And
freaking launch day, man.
Yeah,
Jeez.
launch day. Like, oh man, dude, you guys are gonna feel it. I already know. Tomorrow is gonna be like, if you can sleep, but tomorrow is gonna be like, like it's gonna hit you all at once, man. And I'm really excited for it for you. We're putting everything behind it because we want to make sure that this thing goes to the top. But I also believe in the project, man. I think that creatively, you know, I talk about this all the time, Jay, with you, you know, creatively, I think you are, I think a lot of people sleep on that aspect of you. And it's easy to do that because, you know, they see us on YouTube and we're talking whatever. And just to see like original content is, I think, very, very important for people to get their eyes on. But don't think that just because it came from the minds of like an X-Wing or Jay, and just because you saw them on stream or you see them on stream means that this is somehow like a like lackluster or something like that. And it's not. Like, there's a lot of passion put in this project. You see this on the page as you read this story, but also in just how this campaign is set up. I mean, dude, one of the creators forged swords for you. You know what I mean? Like that says a lot. I mean, I keep coming back to that because I cannot think of anybody that's ever done anything close to something like that. Obviously, it's in line and in the vein with the with the story that's being told as well. But that is that's passion, right? You don't get something like that. Someone going through the work to get you this like original content like that, or not content, original, like an actual physical, tangible item. Man, I'm really stoked for whoever gets these items. So Doug asked in the chat, how long did it take to forge the swords?
For a better part of, well, I mean, it was about a year, but probably a better part of about 8 months, 6 months, 8 months. Okay. Yeah, man. I know it was some time. Whatever it was some time. You said that you, like, early on, you said you had broken a couple. Like,
man, he did some swords, and then all of a sudden he sends me a picture. They're crap. I'm sick of them. And he like chucks them across. I don't know. He probably killed a deer or a wild horse running through his yard. I was like, dang, man, I didn't think they were that bad. And then they like, we starting over. So I was like, all right.
Yeah, I probably made somewhere around 14 swords. And these are the ones that I was truly happy with at the end of it all. But yeah, I mean, it was a process, man. I've got a big line scar on my back because my buddy and I were working back and forth. He turns around and lays one of the swords across my back. Big old blisters. I got a torch across the hand. My hand was all blistered up and nasty. I had it taped, and I'm like working on the swords at the same time. We weren't happy with the heat treating process, so we tried a different heat treating process. You get all the way through the sword, you dip it in the oil, and you hear pink. Sword's broken, man. You pull out half a sword, it's just like, you know, it was a process for sure. But I mean, the good news is that these are dialed. These are absolutely dialed for the blades that they need to be. So
that's what's up.
Nah, I don't even know what he's talking about, but they look awesome.
Actual blood, sweat, and tears in these swords, you know.
Yeah,
man.
Truly.
That's what's up, though, man. But no, it's, you know, that's part of the process, right? It makes it, again, it feels that much sweeter when you finally get this thing across the finish line, or in this case, you get it right. You end with like a product or an item that you feel good about, right? Like that looks the way you want it. It feels the way that you wanted. I know that had to been awesome, and obviously now it's going to be in some of you guys' houses, wherever you're going to store it very soon. Again, it's only a select like 6 of them, so you're going to want to get it in pretty quickly, because you might miss out. But yeah, I'm really stoked for everybody that's going to be grabbing, being able to get one of those. It's going to be plenty of items to get. This is a proper campaign here, and I think you guys are going to thoroughly enjoy the story. And like what Jay was talking about, we work extremely hard to get to this point so we can get it out by MegaCon. Everybody knows MegaCon is going to be our biggest event of the year, and we're really excited to have it there. So that means we're going to be moving rather quickly. So be sure to show out, and I want everybody showing up and show love
not for me in the pirate hat, but for Jay. And
that was my only goal in this whole project. That was my only goal.
Playing the long game, man. 2 years in the making.
500 books by Sunday night. So
yeah, 500 books by Sunday night.
I think we got a good head start.
Yeah, like I said, you got me for the entire week. The entire week I will be rocking pirate hat and an eye patch, as you guys got my word. If we hit 500 by the end of the weekend, so yeah, that should be fun. But yeah, today, and I don't know where we're at on the numbers because I don't have anything. I'm in a new setup, so I don't have everything pulled up yet. But we are
at 89,676.
Nice, 89,000 with just under 2 hours left in the campaign. So yeah, show a little love. We appreciate that. Doesn't matter what tier you sign up for. I don't care, $5, or you can go immortal tier and just send us over the top. I'd appreciate that as well. But seriously, guys, thank you all so much for supporting the animation fund. I cannot wait to get these short clips to you guys. So please keep showing love. Go ahead and purchase. You can go right to the RippaWorks.com, or you can click the link in the description, or you can click the it's in the comment section right now if you're watching us live, and you can go grab that. So we got 2 hours, and we will see what happens. Thank you so much, Emily. Thank you for all of you guys that are helping out and doing, for our first ever crowdfund here. But tomorrow's the big day. That's the real big thing this is something that took a lot of time. So tomorrow's the big day, and I want you guys to show up for all the streams and everything, but go grab Daughter's Revenge by X-Wing J, of course, Eric Hodgson. You're gonna love the covers, you're gonna love the book, you're gonna love everything that's surrounded, all the merchandise items, everything. It's just a really, 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 really cool project there. Swag TV with a 2 says 67. Did I say that? Or are you just saying it just to say it? Thank you, Swag TV. What's up with it though? I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know if I said that. If I said that, I certainly didn't mean to.
Don't encourage that.
Did I read this? Swag TV says
no.
Powers, Jay, have you ever seen One Piece?
Oh yes. Yeah, I actually enjoyed it. So I don't know if anybody else did, but I'm looking forward to season 2. And I got the privilege of kind of working with the actors at one of the Comic Cons. They're under the same management team as Gina Carano, and just hearing them talk about being on the set and everything. It was so cool. So awesome. I really enjoyed One Piece. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to season 2. Haven't really read the books, but Jay met Usopp. Yeah, that's right. How did you know? Did you see the pictures? He was really cool, man. They were all awesome. All of them were awesome. So they were really good and very, at least from my perspective, they were very humble and happy with the fans and that they got to play these roles. So that's awesome. And that's always a good sign.
Of course, Jay's talking about the live action because I don't think he's watched the anime. It's
I'm talking about the live action. So
well over 1,000 episodes.
Sorry,
that's
the Netflix version. I think I threw out the Netflix number, right? Didn't I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think what the anime is right now. It's well over 1,000 episodes.
They just finished season 1, right? At 1,100 episodes.
Yeah, dude, it's a lot.
If Jay's gonna watch the anime, he's gonna be there for the next 5 years. Okay.
Yeah, you can't just speed run
shortage of episodes, man.
1,155 episodes.
Oh my lord!
For season 1.
Mm-hmm. And it's just now the manga itself is a little farther ahead. And they just now got into starting to get to the end game of stuff.
Yeah.
Are those artists
your product dead? Is that your product is good when you have
probably
1,100 episodes.
Yeah.
Dude.
And people are still excited for
it. People are still stoked for it.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest animes of all time, man. It's as simple as that.
Which brings me to my next question. Isom 4.
Oh, I got some ideas, man. Like I said, I'm working on. We got this project with me and Kanan. We got Salvage. We got Saoirse, and then I will and I got Norfolk as well. So I'm trying to build those out, and I'm gonna go back to Isom. But man, cooking for ISOM, man. I'm really excited for that. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, so
you probably can't tell us, but you should
Go
tell
ahead.
us.
Not with me here.
Are we getting a whole new arc? Getting a new something?
So that would NDA. Well, obviously, look, we got with ISOM 3.
Look, he's like pulling his glass down. What are you saying?
Well, no, with how it ended, obviously we have a place to go. I can say that much for sure. Where it's gonna go and how we're gonna handle the events, especially considering what happened at the end of ISOM 2. Just stay tuned. That much I can say. Just be sure to stay tuned. We got some fun
Reread
stuff.
the ill-advised art, guys.
Yeah, you can go read the definitive ISOM is gonna. I was just there at the warehouse. Those are in. So those will be shipping very, very soon. I went and signed mine there. So yeah, you be on the lookout for that. We got Anthony, by the way, says, can ISOM hang with Solari? Membership tax, hashtag Mike tax, hashtag taxation is Steph. Can he hang with Solari? Well, there's some sort of implications there, right? You look at how strong Yaira is, and yeah, ISOM was at a disadvantage because he can't fly. But you've seen her kind of go toe to toe, and sort of in spurts combat Alpha Core. So it implies that he ain't no slouch. Let's just say that much, especially when he's motivated. He ain't no slouch. But Solari's a big dog. Everybody knows that if you're reading and you're keeping up with, especially if you're keeping up with the Great War Separation, you're going to be learning a lot more about Brian and what his capabilities are. But he ain't no slouch. I can say that much. He's not any slouch. That much I can say without like NDA and totally. But you guys read the end of or read ISOM 3 in general. You learned a lot more about his powers and what his capabilities are. So yeah, if you haven't, again, you can get the definitive ISOM or just pick up ISOM 3 right now. Emily, 9 months in the game. Appreciate that as well. We got Garfield's Bizarre Event says, well, Jay and Ripper, are you looking forward to causing meltdowns on Twitter and YouTube tomorrow? When are we not doing that? For launching a book, yeah. Also, don't smoke crack and don't get stepped on by women at conventions. Yeah,
that's always a good idea.
Be sure not to ever do anything.
I don't think that's ever happened to me. So
rules to live by.
Same here. Don't worry about that. Shout out Garfield's Bizarre Adventure. And we have again with the 5 says definitely need more Shadra. He's read the end of ISOM 3. You can imply from there, or there's some context clues there, a little given to you. But yeah, man, that was a cool villain. And I've written out pretty much everything there is to write out about him internally. Man, it was there's some twists and turns there. I'll say that. Just keep up with ISOM.
I'm not trying to brag here.
Yeah,
but I was pretty close to figuring out what ISOM.
You were, yeah. You were the closest for sure of like those that were putting out your fillers and theories, definitely about what his capabilities are. Yeah. Actually, yeah, Mike, you were pretty. Yeah,
I'm not bragging. I'm just saying,
to your point, yeah.
Been at this a little while.
I think you got inside information, Mike. That's what I.
No, he wouldn't tell me nothing, bro. He just stopped answering my text.
Mike legit texted me and was asking me, and I still didn't answer.
No, because I had already read them, but we had a power outage at my house, and I was like, listen, this is a perfect time to read. I grabbed all of my Rippaverse books, and I started at ISOM 1, and I cooked through them all. So I think I know what's going on here. And I texted Rippa. I said, just tell me, is it this? And I just got NDA back. And I was like, okay.
My man.
All right. And then Rippa came out, and I was like, okay.
Thing is, Rippa owes me a big favor because I was the only one, his only friend, that happened to have his live stream on when he didn't realize he was live. And I'm sitting here watching it. Like, I was like, what the heck is Rippa live? I'm sitting here and you can see him like he's kind of stretching a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like pushing buttons, looking over here. And I'm like, I bet he don't know he's hit the live button. And I'm like in the chat, like, you're live. He don't look at that. He don't know he's live.
I ain't looking at none of that.
Chat. So then he does his first recording. Make sure you pick up the other thing. It's like, oh, dang, man. And he sits back, like, takes a sip of water, about to hit it again. I call. He's like, what's up, man? I was like, bro, you're live. He's like, what? Oh, I am live. I was like, thank God you didn't like dig up your nose or like take your
that was a
shirt
moment of
off
all time.
That was funny. That was fun. I had no idea. I still do not know how that happened. Like I have no idea how I don't know if I accidentally pushed live, but I don't have a live for that reason. I don't have a live stream button on my stream deck. So I have no idea how that happened. I just was live. And yeah, Jay calls me and I'm like, what? I'm looking at myself. I'm like, whatever. And we had a whole fun event and I was like, fuck it. I ain't no shame in my game. I'm leaving the stream up. Didn't take it down at all. But yeah, I was 4 takes. Yeah, that's what was what was especially weird about it because it comes in like right as I'm in probably my 3rd try at this take. Which I guess that part of it was cool because everybody kind of got to see the process of how I do these videos, and you see, like, I'm trying.
Bro, I was rolling, man.
Yeah,
I was like,
I'm like 1 take, Jake.
I'm glad you answered the phone. As soon as you answered the phone, like the Saskas text me, they're like, "You're a true friend. Thank you for saying." Like he wouldn't answer our call. I think everybody was calling you at the same time, and I just got through.
Yeah, and maybe that was what it. And I just looked, saw James like, all right, he's calling
animation studio. We don't want to see Rippa like, dude, he can't handle a live stream anymore. He needs to move on to other things. So fund this animation studio, please. Oh my goodness.
Nah, this is the thing.
Maybe we'll animate that live stream. That'll even be funny. Like
that would be hilarious. But no, like
I don't. What if it was like Baby Rippa? You didn't even know he's walking yet. He just like comes in the live stream.
No, like for me, I didn't even know. Like I was like, look, I'm in this. This is like the office, so I'm not ever doing anything like this would nothing would have happened. The worst that would have happened is I would have like said a slur or something. That would have been like, and it would have been because I screwed up on a take and I was like just pissed off. That would have been the worst, absolute worst thing that would have happened out of that. Like it wouldn't have been no thing of me like doing anything. I wasn't gonna like DSP myself or anything like that. Like that wouldn't have happened just because that's not what I do in this freaking office. But yeah, I still to this day.
I'm glad you told us that.
Yeah, no. So no, nothing weird would have happened if I'm in here or in like there, like the office that I'm in. There's nothing crazy that would have happened other than like I would have said something like cussing because I was like mad because I messed up a take. That would have been the absolute worst thing that would have happened. But I still to this day have no idea how I went live. I have no idea. There's no for that reason. I have to go out of my way. I have to be in OBS. I have to go manage the broadcast and go stream in order for that to happen. That's why I don't have a go live button on my stream decks in case it accidentally gets pushed. And somehow I'm like probably my 3rd try at this take. That's why I was so visibly pissed off. I'm like my 3rd try at this take, and randomly I'm live, right? And I'm like, I have no idea how that happened to this day.
You ever do that, Mike? Have you ever done that?
No. And here's the thing: I am so paranoid. I have a shutter on my camera that I don't open until I hit the live button. Dude, that is one of the worst. I'm so terrified that one day I'm gonna go live. I don't do anything on my computer that I don't want people to see, but like I know I'll say some stupid something. Like I'll drop a slur, or I'll go to pick my nose, be like, "Damn, that's a big one." Flick it or something, and then that's it. It's over.
Rip a big old fart.
Yeah. Or like Lady Epic will walk in and I'll say something, and then something untoward, and now I got to deal with that. I'm just like, Yeah, sometimes I walk in, I'll like mute myself and say stuff, and then, you know, put the mute back off. But yeah, no, that's why I got the shutter because I'm paranoid. So
I respect it. I respect it. By the way, Bruce in the building.
hey, shout out.
47 months. You say, I want it all. Let's go.
Let's go.
Shout out,
Shout out.
Bruce.
Looks like them 500 books coming quick.
Shit.
Sweating.
Warren Beast is how big of a campaign will should be? It'll probably be a sizable one for sure. I know that's a highly anticipated book. And then my man's Cole Hauser, what's up with it? Says with a 20 Hell Ripper and all the success, my brother. Hell J on Daughter's Revenge. Let's go, Cole Hauser, man. Good love to see it as well. Probably the only guy here that's bigger than Jay. So shout out to
Cole. That's two of us. We were in Canada, and Cole Hauser helps run the Transformer convention. That's in Toronto. It's going to be in Orlando, and it's awesome. I mean, especially someone like me that loves Transformers. So it's awesome. They need some representation. They need a Rippaverse representation there. That's for sure. Because they have a separate side section where they have like, you know, a lot of mixed stuff over there, and so that's not Transformers. So it's pretty
that'd be cool.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, that was awesome because I was invited by the con to come out there to Toronto, and we went to the theme park. So yeah, I met Cole Hauser. He's bigger than me.
Yeah.
So
crazy. Shout out Cole Hauser. Awesome dude.
That guy will tell you everything about G.I. Joe and Transformers and then some. Who made it? What fingerprints touched this? What mistakes were on each action figure? You know, the guy's cousin that might have like been around the tape. I don't know, man. They do know stuff. I'm like, I don't even know what he's talking about, but that's pretty interesting. So
that's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out Cole Hauser though. Awesome dude.
Yeah.
Shout out to each and every single one of y'all. Okay. I want to do some heavy promo online. We got an hour and a half left. So I am going to go round table. We're gonna say what's up to everybody to send us out of here. So tomorrow, Daughter's Revenge, 5 p.m. Be on the lookout for that. Eastern. Yeah, 5 p.m.
Sorry, that's on me.
No. 5 p.m. Eastern. It's no big deal. We're gonna have that thing live. Jay will be streaming on the History of Pirates channel. You'll see me everywhere promoting the absolute heck out of it. So be sure to go check that out there tomorrow. Let's make this as massive of a hit that we can. Jay deserves it. X-Wing, Eric, they all deserve it. This is a project that they've been working extremely hard at. All right, Jay put the link in the chat. So go ahead.
I didn't even ask. Sorry about that.
No. That's what you're supposed to do.
I try to sneak it in there, you know.
Click that, get your notifications on, and we're gonna have some fun tomorrow. So I'm gonna go around the table before we end up getting up out of here. Andrew, man, what you got going, man? Anything you want to obviously plug? We know that the Rippazine is number 5 is about to start shipping real soon.
These suckers are at CGC right now. So if these are out right now. This shiny son of a gun is no longer available, at least not right now on the website.
True.
So once pre-orders get fulfilled, we'll assess what we're looking at after we take into account, damages or potential lost shipments, things like that. We want to make sure we take care of the pre-orders first, as always. If we have any of these left, get your hands on it, either on the website or at a con. This thing's only $8. Get it now. It's going to be shipping super soon. I'd love to get these in everybody's hands by the end of the month.
Let's go. Yep. We will be getting them back from CGC soon enough. And once we get them, those orders will go out. All right. X-Wing, obviously big day tomorrow. But yeah, floor is yours.
That's it, man. Tomorrow's the big day. That's all I can think about. It's like Christmas Eve, man. I haven't felt like this since I was a kid.
Let's go.
Just a crazy opportunity. I'm blessed. I feel very, very blessed to be involved with all of it, involved with you guys. It's been crazy. So be there tomorrow. Don't miss it, man. It's going to be a big party.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun, man. It's going to be awesome. Jay, big day. Daughter's Revenge. Obviously, something you've been working extremely
hard on, man. And I know that you're stoked that we finally got this thing across the finish line. But yeah, floor is yours.
Yeah, absolutely. 5 p.m. Eastern. Let's get those 500 books sold so we can see Pirate July for a week. That's all I want out of this whole thing. After that, it doesn't matter. So we'll see how it goes. But for those that had signed up for our early website, our email list, they're already out buying because they're sending me stuff all the time. They're like, hey, I just bought the I Want It All. Hey, I just bought a sword. Hey, I just bought this. So make sure you're there at 5 o'clock once this thing goes live. If you didn't sign up on the email list, so you can get things before they're gone. So, I mean, hats, flags, swords, different covers. Rini, everybody knows Rini. She got a cover in there too.
Yep.
You're going to love that one as well. So, look at Bruce. Bruce like bragging. I already grabbed the I Want It All already.
Let's go.
So,
he got one of those swords.
Let's go.
And Doug B got a sword too. He just texted me. He goes, yep. See, they followed the directions, They got on the email list. We launched it a little early, and off we go. So
early bird.
Let's go.
Look at that. Look at Drew. Yeah, I got all the covers. Man, there's 500 done. So you might as well go and order it now, man. What are you doing? You might as well order the pirate.
Get everything set up, man. We'll see where I'm actually going to check soon enough. I'm going to check because I'm actually curious. But yeah, dude, you deserve everything, man. It's going to be a big, just going to be a massive release tomorrow, and I'm really excited for it. Obviously, we're going to be there supporting it, trying to send this thing, see as high as we can get it, man. I think this is a great project to be involved in, man, and I'm really stoked for you guys. So
thank you.
We'll be showing a lot of love this through the weekend to all of you guys to serve it. What about you, Mike? What's going on?
Hey, man, I'm just streaming on my channel when I can. I'm not even promoting nothing. You guys can go check me out there if you want, but the focus is on y'all. Daughter's Revenge. I'm excited, bro. Listen, I love seeing my friends win, man. I love it. Rippaverse, now we got Jay out here and X-Wing dropping bangers, bro. Custom making swords. Like, people don't do that. All right? Like, at all. The best you might get is like a coin from Nintendo, bro. Not a custom sword. So nah, man, I'm excited for you guys. I'm gonna be popping.
I'm excited for the movies that you're gonna be making.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Jay, without saying anything too much, we just got a big update on some stuff we've been waiting.
Oh yeah.
So good news moving forward, all of that, man. So yeah, man, I'm excited, and I hopefully maybe here and then, who knows, next year or so, maybe me and Rip will be talking about working on a project.
Perhaps some game, man.
Cooking on some stuff in the background. So
let's go. You look, guys, I appreciate you guys' support. Obviously, we have the animation fund, about an hour and a half left on this, and we are closing on $90,000 in total supporters. Actually, 690 supporters is where we're at right now. It's closing in on 700 supporters. So thank you all so much. We appreciate you. So yeah, we got an hour and a half. We'll see what happens. So that's a gap right there. We got 10,000 left. We'll see if we hit that goal. Either way, thank you all so much for the support. We are still going to, do all the obligations that are there. If we don't hit this second goal, we're still gonna be honoring, and all we'll do is just make the animated clips even more like, we're gonna go hard with them. That's what we're gonna use the funds for. So thank you all for the support.
Do your thing, man. Get that goal, brother. We're cheering you on. All right.
Appreciate you. There he is. All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Please pin in the comment section. Go grab that. We'd love for you to get a part of this. Again, an hour and a half. We'll see what happens in the next hour and a half. But thank you all so much for the support. We appreciate you. You guys are amazing. Tomorrow is a massive day, so be sure to go support Daughter's Revenge on rippasend.com. Go head over to History of Powers channel. They'll be streaming, and we're gonna show all sorts of love over the weekend. So thank you all so much for the support. We're gonna get out of here, doing some heavy promo online. Until next time, y'all be easy, and peace out.